footy's a funny game, isn't it? Bluey Angus and Big Levi there in the middle. And here we go, round 11, retro round. Drewy, take it away. Levi there versus Bluey Angus, the Swans versus the Bombers.
Here we go indeed. The two old stages do battle. Cooper Stevens there, gets the hand pass away. Tyler Flanagan can pick the footy up, but he got taken high. Said Jack Evans, and he wins himself a free kick. He just ran off his line slightly, so he plays on. And perhaps a helicopter kick towards the 50. Grist got in front.
Oh, how it is. Here we go, Gristy.
Might be a bit too far out, so he decides to pass to the pocket. Looking for Jackson. It's wide of him, no, and it's bending towards the boundary, and it's gone over. And we'll get a boundary throw. And I think I just noticed then, Pete, that Alvie have got a very tall back line, I've just noticed.
Yeah, they have got a tall back line. It'll be interesting to see how holds up. They're pretty mobile.
Still minus Andre De Lorenzo, though, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
It's always hard to see him slotting into that defence. But find a way, though.
Jackson doing the ruck work, took it out of the ruck, gets it hands to Thornton from 45 of a standing start, a high up and under kick.
That wind.
That wind's really taken it a long way.
And it's pushing across the ground, isn't it?
It is into the dead pocket where the old scoreboard used to be.
Oh, really?
Was there a scoreboard there?
Used to be a scoreboard over there back in the time when I was playing, which was a long time ago.
1967, precisely.
Sam Parker will take the kicking duties in the back pocket, so he decides to thump it long up the line. Getting in front, Levi Dera's there. She got one in the mush there, did Riley Walker, similar to Dan Butler did, the Security bloke did last night. We'll get a boundary throw in.
There was only two Irrewarra players in that contest. They spoiled each other, unfortunately.
Riley Walker, who can forget his grand final performance last year? He had a great final series in 2022. Boundary throw in. Angus got in front. Winston tap to Richardson. He's dispossessed. Angus goes back for seconds and then Rosevier can't trap the footy. Here's a chance to Theodore. Good hands to Richardson. Richardson gets the hands to Flanagan. Tyler. Good handball to Marnie on the 50. Just a dribbling little ball. Monahan cuts it off. And decides to take it over, and we'll get another boundary throw.
I think we're going to get a lot of footy on that outer side today, boys, isn't it? We might as well get the van and move it over there.
AJ Brady's pet hate.
Because I can't see, Drew.
Umpire throws it inside the forward 50 for the Bombers. Dare wins the tap out. Dela Cruz is there. Cooper Stevens is there as well. So's Dare again. And it'll be another ball up. Still inside the forward 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. No score yet this afternoon here. Umpire throws it back up. Might be a low score, I reckon. Levi Dare wins the tap out. Flanagan's there. Almost a chance for Damasi. Comes off to Elnor. Hand passes backwards. Here's Cooper Stevens. Got it to Flanagan. That's Tyler. Sells a bit of candy. Pops it inside the forward 50. Over the head of nearly everyone. Here's Parker. He's tackled. And he's going to get a free kick. Tackled without the footy. So Sam Parker's got it in defence for Alvie. Looks the field. Sends the ball out of defensive 50 here. Couldn't take the mark. Here's again Cooper Stevens. He's starting pretty fire at the moment. Ball kicked inside the forward 50. Chris! Mitts up. Takes a grip of a mark. Class over centre. Mark of the day. Had to have about 16 bites of that. But he's taken it. And who had him for first goal?
Drewy.
That was Drewy. And I'll back him in from here. It's a very kickable goal. It's going to be into the breeze. But, I think Charlie will kick
swing it back.
It's 30 metres out. Just said the breeze pushing it to the right, so he's got to favour that wind. Glorious sunshine here at Red Rock. Can Charlie Grist get us underway for round 11 retro round?
No, the distance.
He pushed it to left, I reckon, and it's going to be rushed through for a behind. Yeah, so 1 point goes to the Bombers.
The wind never brought that back near as far as it seemed like it was.
Maybe it just died for that second.
Yeah, it did.
Bombers a point. Alvie get the score, and Rosevier
over the centre.
He's kicked it to centre half forward.
He's gone up the hill, and big tackle at play, and it'll be a ball up.
He's kicked that from the square. It nearly ended up at centre half forward.
That's a Ben Graham 85-metre kick. That was a launch and a half.
Yeah. Someone get in for the NFL draft. As Rob been wrapped up by a couple of Bombers, will get a ball up.
Ben Graham's 85-metre kick. Maxi, a retro round 90s action.
Exactly. Or get him at the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals.
Might have to get the tape measure out during the week, I reckon. Rob wrapped up in a very good tackle by Tyler Flanagan, ball pin.
How long would I have been, Pete?
Oh, it's got to be 80 metres.
Didn't even run then.
No.
That's for Lippy and Flanagan to do during the week. Flanagan now, high up and under kick. That'll bring more rain.
He's going to be 110-metre fly.
Tried to claim the mark.
Footy field
hand pass away to Marcy. Hand pass back to Moralia. 45 metres in. An iron ball. Rob couldn't quite pick it up. Gets a hand pass over the top to Marcy. Starts from 20 out. Kicks the first. It's a goal and a contender.
A Westford Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
back in the side last week from that suspension early in the season. And he kicks the first goal, and the Swans have got the jump, have the against the run of play too, Pete. 1 straight 6 to 1 behind 1 point.
Yeah, it's really their first entry into the forward 50, and they were able to manage to get a goal. But he made good position there, young Damasi, and
interesting first goal kicker.
Yes,
considering what he's come back from.
Yes, that's right.
This was the game back in the start of the year.
How intelligent of Lockie Roosevelt to just belt it 80 metres, and it's created that entry.
Yeah, it went right over the top of the wall, as they set up the wall. He's just kicked over it. So
we could see a bit of that today, Maxie.
All right, back in the middle now. So it is the Swans. Got it inside the forward 50 once, and they got a goal. Dare wins the tap out. Here's a chance for Mulder, Lockie, but it's been stolen by Dexter. He gets the football. He gathers the football, and he's tackled. And be another ball up in the centre square. So umpire throws it back up. Dare wins the tap out. Felikos is there as well. Here's Cooper Stevens. He's tackled there by Riddell. And it'll be another ball up. See, there was nothing during the week about when Richmond fans wanted to go out and boo Tom Stewart. Nothing about Damasi getting booed or anything like that, Pete. He goes back and he kicks a goal.
We're too far from the social club.
No one do it.
At half foot, here's a chance here for Murray on the loose ball, 45. Tipping ball's a good one.
Jackson.
And Jackson takes the mark on the lead. Nothing Sam Parker can do about that. That was very quick transition to play out of that stoppage. And Tom Jackson will line up for about 25 out, but it's probably the same spot Chris had that shot that really ball just sat in the breeze.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he kicks this, Drew.
Tom Jackson, 12 goals for the season so far. In his 5th game for 2023, can he put to the Bombers first? Geez, the ball's hung up a lot in the breeze. It's ball off hands and it's hit the post and through for a more to score. So that ball playing real havoc up that end at the moment.
Here goes Roosevelt.
And there he goes again.
He's going to launch it.
Just couldn't quite get the middle of that, but Lincoln there couldn't quite take the mark.
Still only about 70 metres.
Spokes, that's right. And a good handball to Walker. Runs through the corridor. The kick, though, not a great kick, Levi Dare. Oh, he dropped the sitter. Dropped probably what he should have taken. The kick's looking for Moralia. Theodore right on his hammer. Hand pass to Jacobs. Jacobs spiriting ball, but Stevens did really well. Went to ground and slipped over and somehow took the mark. So Cooper Stevens.
What's his stats, AJ?
2 handballs.
And he gets his first kick. He kicks long that time. Murray's in the box seat. Should have been a free kick. Good work by Levi there. Bit lucky not to give away a free kick. He bangs it out towards centre wing. Felikos are right there with Enor. Enor's got good closing speed. And Enor did really well put the ball to ground. Good tackle there, Felikos. Good contest between those two. Good start to this game here. Richardson dive over the top of the footy. Thornton comes barging through. Here's a chance now. Yeah, good tackle there. And ball ped will get a ball. Good footy there from both sides in that last 30 seconds there.
Gee, the tackling's been really good. We're not seeing that sling tackle. It's been a really good start by both sides.
Thrown up again now. Damasi with the opening goal. There. Comes out. Allen. Just kicked right into the pile of players there. Thornton. Riddell. Breaks 3 tackles. Could he break the 4th? No, he can't. He's been pinned for incorrect disposal. And that might be 50, is it? No. Cooper Stevens will take the free kick. So he started well here. The former Colac Tiger, former Geelong Falcon, VFL listed player. He goes inboard. Just the 15. Tyler Flanagan there has it. He started off pretty well. Tyler Flanagan there. He's in the centre here at Red Rock and he banks it to centre half forwards. Held up in the breeze again. Jake had to come to this. Chris nearly took the mark. Bounce out to Murray. He's well wrapped up. Holding the footy. Not a lot of prior opportunity, I would have thought. And the free kick will go to Liam Mulder in defence here for the Swans. So the Swans' defence holding up pretty well for the moment. No, the Bombers have started off well, but haven't had an impact on the scoring so far. They kicked up towards the wing. Oh, good strength from Lincoln Dare. Takes a class half a centre marker today. Who could remember the winning goal he kicked a couple of weeks ago? He banged to the hot spot. Dom Dare's in the box. Seat through to hands. McMullen. Ball spills to the back. Rob will pick up. Will he? No. Just gone through for one behind. That was a good build up there from the Swans. And they've started off well on the scoreboard. They're 1-1. Bombers 2 points, Maxie. We've gone 9 minutes in this first quarter. This is a lively start for both teams.
Yeah, good start. Thumping kick out of defensive 50 for the Bombers. Here comes Richardson. He's tackled there by Felikos near the wing. And we have ball up. Seems like both sides just want to go so quick.
Yes.
Down the guts. Good to see. Good fashion football.
So Michael Robb was right where a good small forward should be there. He's a bit unlucky. He wasn't able to
punches the ball about 20 metres. Hayden Hickey couldn't gather the football, but now he does. Hand pass wasn't great. Here's Marnie for the Bombers. He's tackled. Ball up. just before the forward 50 for the Swans.
Interesting to see McLovin playing on the back line for Irrewarra Beeac boys.
McMullen or McLovin?
McMullen.
We said McLovin.
Yeah, I know. I was only joking.
Punches it forward, and it's gone out of bounds in the boundary throw-in.
We love calling him McLovin, don't we, mate?
We do. 117 Alvie. 2 behinds, 2 points, Irrewarra Beeac. They've got 1 point for the Bombers.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone's asleep.
We've got 2 points, don't we? Is that right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, they've got 2 rush behinds. By throws it back into play. Dare wins the tap out. Kicked off the ground there by the Bombers, trying to get out of defence. And all's going to kick back, go to the football hand. Passes to Richardson. But he's slammed to the ground there by Big Levi Dare. And it'll be a ball up on centre wing.
Get him into a wrestling ring now, I would have thought, Pete.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to get in a wrestling ring with Levi, would you?
No.
Not of that heavyweight division there.
Oh.
Crunching play, but it was Micah Robb, the tackling pressure from Robb.
He's a beauty.
Yeah. Having some sort of season, isn't he, Micah Robb?
Yeah.
Really showed it from the early presence of that game against Irrewarra Beeac back in round 1.
One of the favourites from Namani.
Yep.
So he comes out the dare kick was a shocker. Shake, but it worked. He finds a teammate, Mulder, snaps around the body, but it's a behind, or is it out of bounds on the full?
Yeah. No, out on the full.
Out on the full,
Yep.
missed a lot. So the Swans still remain 117. Bombers 2 behinds, 2 points. It's a glorious sunny day, but it's going to be really wind affected. It's just blowing away from the goals, just across the ground, causing a bit of havoc with everyone's kicks.
Yeah, the only one that seems to kick it clean is Lockie Rosen.
Yeah, no problem.
A couple of flush kicks from the kick out.
Yeah.
McMullen will take the kick injured. He's here back from a hamstring injury. He played in the reserves last week and he kicked the bag, I see, against South. Kicks high up the line underneath it. Parker.
Nice mark.
Nice grab from Sam Parker. It's hands to Roosevelt from 70. He unloads a massive bomb. Tom Bear's got the box. He lets it go.
Go, Pete!
Go! 100. Lockie Roosevelt. He's kicked that from the other side of Victoria. He just kicked the goal in a contender.
He was 1 goal too late.
Goal of the day.
He's kicked that from pretty much Bendigo. That is a monster kick. 2-1-13 to 2 behinds, 2 points. 12 minutes first quarter. That is on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. This first quarter, all thanks to AKD Softwoods. It doesn't get the roof off the joint, Pete. Nothing will.
Oh, he's such a weapon when he gets hold of that ball, isn't he? Especially with a breeze like this behind him, and he absolutely made the most of it there. That was a ripper goal.
He's valuable in these conditions, isn't he?
Yeah,
Pete?
he is.
Someone get him in, call him up for the NFL's draft upcoming. So back in the middle now here, the couple of goals to the Swans. Kicking up with the shade, I must say, with the breeze. High up and under kick again. Flanagan underneath this one. Jacobs punches the ball away. Dela Cruz, Fleet goes on to capitalise on this loose ball. Does on this occasion, but went to ground. Gee, that was pretty dangerous. He couldn't stop, but he's giving away a free kick there. I think there was Chirawith. And Dela Cruz takes the free kick and he thumps up to centre half forward. Harwood underneath this one. Well done, Lincoln there. Put the ball to ground. Picks up the footy, does McRae though. To Marnie. Gee, that wind is blowing an absolute gale at the moment as Mulder punches it out of play. We're going to boundary throw in. But gee, that's going to take some beating for goal of the day for the rest of the afternoon.
I think we can cue it up for Emily.
Yeah, I think so.
It.
Yeah, that was an absolute roost there from Lockie Roosevelt in his 100th game. Boundary throw in. Levi there against Young Harwood. Levi just took it out of the ruck. Good clean handball over the top to Spence. Hop and under kick inside the 50. Went over the head there of a lot of players there. McMullen just pushes down over the line now to play. We'll get a boundary throw right in front of the netball courts with the big game too between 1v2. Alvie coming off a shock loss last week against Simpson. Bombers trying to continue to remain unbeaten in season 2023. Coming through Marnie. Kick was smothered. Mulder wraps up a Bomber player and a very good tackle. Ball pinned to him and we'll get a ball up. Like I said, both sides. We've got a few key outs today. Vale for Alvie, as well as Paddy Seal and Harry Carmody. So back to going on the way. Here's Dela Cruz. Swoops 35 metres out. He has a flying shot to goal, but it's he's off target and it's gone out of bounds on the full. Well, for the Bomber side of things, no Dylan Flanagan today as well. And Jacob Stanner was a laid out. So a few
soldiers down.
Yeah, that's right. So, but that's a good thing about footy, Pete. They've got good depth, both these teams.
Yeah, they had the reserve game was a good game prior to this, wasn't it?
Alvie got the job done in that one. High up and under kick. Flanagan fly very, very high. Couldn't bring it down. Comes out now to Riddell. He's tackled over the line there for Terrellworth, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
Think Water around the ground. South Colac 20 leading the Eagles 6. Birregurra 7 leading Otway 1 and Lawn 19 leading Apollo Bay 2 as we go back. Centre wing position here. Dare sends the ball inside the 450 for the Swans. Theodore couldn't take the mark. He was tackled. And it'll be a ball up on the ball. 50. Oh, holding the footy. Dragged it in, says the umpire.
Hot call.
So free kick will go to Alvie.
Is it Damasi?
It looks like Dan Damasi.
Yeah, and Damasi could go back and kick his second. And he'll have it pretty much directly in front. We've got a good view from here. He'll be kicking right just inside the forward 50 for the Swans. He's taking a big run up here. Pat Cummings style.
Yeah. We hope his line's a lot faster than Ollie Robinson.
So Damasi's kicked one so far this afternoon. He goes back.
Nah.
He's not going to even make the distance. Is it going to be marked on the line? It is. So McMullen's taken the mark for the Bombers. He sends the ball out of the defensive zone, finds a teammate. That was a good kick on the outer south. And Terrellworth with the football now. So he's going to send it out of defensive 50 over the head of Grist, down to bounce on the full.
That wind is playing havoc out there.
Yep.
And Mulder's going to take the free kick for the Swans. Plays on, sends it back inside the forward 50 for Alvie. Dare had the sit, couldn't take the mark. Good work by McMullen.
Ooh.
And he's punched out of bounce. And a boundary throw-in. Killed that contest. 2-1-13 Alvie, 2 behinds, 2 points. Irrewarra Beeac here. First quarter, all thanks to AKD Softwoods here on Mix FM. Very windy conditions here, but sunny. That's all I want to say. No rain. Just Link there wins the tap out. Here's Flanagan. Tyler got it over top to Spokes.
Oh,
he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. Get it away from the wings. Didn't you learn nothing from Melbourne on Thursday night? They just kept kicking it out on the bounce on the full.
And nearly smashed a couple of windscreens as well. Now, Rocky Rosie, who's got the footy here.
Oh, here we go. Have a shot, Lockie.
Here we go.
He's got it on centre wing. He's just going to go whooshka.
Oh, hello.
He's gone bang. He's gone to the top of the goal square. Bluey Angus couldn't take the mark.
Oh.
Here's Mitch the Bull Thornton. He gathers the football. He gets it out of the danger zone here. And All's got the football now. He kicks out of defence for the Bombers. It's going to go straight to Falikos, who takes a good contested mark on the wing. So Dean Falikos, they're getting repeat entrances now. Alvie kicks the centre half forward, and Patch takes a big class harvest centre mark of the day. So Patchy now puts it into the right forward pocket. Had a couple of players loose, but the ball, he's had too many wheat picks for breakfast there. Chrissy Patch went over their heads, and it's gone out of bounce. And a boundary throw in the right forward pocket.
Yeah, so this side of the ground, the breeze doesn't have as big an effect, but when they get out the other side, it's hard to score at either end of the ground, isn't it?
All 36 players inside the forward half at the moment. Everyone will see ball, get ball, Pete.
Yes.
So boundary throwing to take place here. Sun bathed at the moment, but very, very breezy. Boundary throw in. One down by Link there doing the ruck work. Coming in at Thornton, capitalise on the ball. Just got to kick away there. See, that's going to go out the bounds on the full, is it? It's just going to land inside the field of play. Murray, he was dispossessed. Kept the ball on Moralia. Hand pass was intercepted by Stevens. Good handball inside to Thornton. Thornton gets the hand pass over the top, put his teammate under pressure, and Murray's going to be pinhole in the footy. And it's going to go, I think, Riddell's way. No, advantage will pay, so it'll come back. So Will Riddell will take the free kick here at the moment here, which reads 2-1 to 2 behinds. Goal kickers Damasi and Roseby with it. Kicked in the ball from nearly Bendigo just before Stevens takes the mark. Chipping ball inside, finds Tyler Flanagan. Wants the hand pass over the top to Walker. Gives it back to Tyler Flanagan by hand. Just a helicopter kick and hope, really looking for Theodore and Spence. So both running away for the footy, and they're back. Oh, Spence did really well, breaks the tackle and just bangs it back to centre half forward, but Walker read it well off the kick. He's taken the mark, so both defence on the side of things today for them. On top on Miles at the moment. Parker went to ground, kept the ball inside the field of play. Still in play. Good pressure being applied by Rob. Play on to call. Everyone wanted holding the footy. Everyone just stopped. Rob dies on top of the footy, ball pins to him, and we'll get a ball up. I think everyone stopped then. People thought
they did.
Yeah.
It's going to end up a crucial battle there between Walker and Lincoln Dare by the end of the day. They're both having an influence here
lucky that both sides, lucky there's no interchange caps in the AFL, because both benches at the moment giving them a fair bit of a doing over. We'll get a boundary throwing once again. We played 19 minutes first quarter on the Richardson's real estate time clock. Alvie lead 2-1-13. Bombers 2 behinds, 2 points. Closing on quarter time.
Wouldn't be much time on here, you'd imagine. Umpire throws it back into play. The second half of this quarter has been played pretty much predominantly at Alvie's forward line. Levo there, wins it out of the ruck. Kicked forward, comes out the patch, snaps around the body. Oh! It rolled to the goal line, and it's been kicked on the goal line.
Clay Jenkins.
Clay Jenkins kicked a goal at a contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
That was a play and a half there by Chrissy Patch. He was in the right full pocket. He decides to dribble it for a miracle goal, but Clay Jenkins read it beautifully. He was there, grabbed the footy and kicked it right on the goal line. And Alvie have kicked 3 goals in this opening quarter. They're 3-1-19. Irrewarra Beeac 2 behind 2 points. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. Will be gone, Jordan?
20 minutes.
20 minutes in the time on. AKD Softwood's first quarter.
Looked like that ball was going to go through, but Clay took possession and made sure it was a goal. Didn't take any chances there.
Clay Jenkins, of course, good to see him get on the score sheet. There's a bloke that doesn't kick a lot of goals these times in senior footy. Does his 9th in his senior career and his 3rd for the year. So a good start here for the Swans. A good response after a slow start. Coming through Flanagan there. Got rid of about 15 tackles there. Thornton like a raising ball. Kept the ball afloat. Gets around 3. Roosevelt, hand pass went Farris to out. They liked his first quarter. Kick might have been touched off the boot. They're taking the ball, Jacobs. A good handball there from Jackson to Flanagan. Chipping ball over the top. Well done, Liam Mulder, the youngster there, running back with courage. And he decides to spoil the ball and through for a rush behind. That would have been delivered on Friday night football, but thank goodness they don't pay that here. 3 behinds to 3-1-19.
That was a great spoil from Mulder there. He come back with the flight of the ball and managed to make contact with the ball and no contact with the player at all. And
some of these kids Alvie have really shown through. Permazel, Holt, Liam Mulder's another one.
Here we
so
go.
Lockie Roosevelt, I should say, he's going to thump it. And he did get onto this occasion. He's kicked to the centre of the ground pretty much. Read it beautifully. And takes the class over centre mark of the day. He goes inside 50 looking for Dom there. Couldn't quite pick up on the half volley. Play on Sikodo. Tyler Flanagan comes away. Just a helicopter kick to centre wing. Chris has come out from the forward line to prep the footy. He goes inboard. Good kick to Flanagan. Caden taking the mark. He takes the mark in the centre of the ground here. Gives it a hand pass to Dexter. Dexter's chipping ball over the top. It's just held up in the breeze again. And Sam Parker liked his start to his game. Takes the mark. He goes further inboard. He's linked there again. I might have hit him in the head. Play on to call. Comes out now to Dexter again. Tipping ball. Good contest there from Caden Flanagan. Paddles the ball backwards here. I don't think Walker was ready to receive, but he's got the footy anyway. Breaks a couple of tacklers. Gets a hand pass back there to McDonald. He wasn't ready for it. Hand pass inside. McRae got one around the neck. No play on. Dexter chipping ball inside the centre wing. Theodore's wrapped up in a strong tackle. Comes out to Tyler Flanagan going backwards. Hand pass to Bluey Angus. He better be quick. Goes to Telpoino punt. Kicked up towards the centre half forward. Dela Cruz couldn't mark. Parker. Hand pass was well smothered. Here's Roosevelt. He just thumps it towards full forward. Bouncing footy. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. Gonna get there.
Oh, no.
Not quite. In fact, it's still in play, believe it or not, to McMullen happy to concede for a bit of a high. Geez, how exciting was that?
He's having some game, isn't he, Lockie Roosevelt? He's got licence to just thump it forward.
yeah,
I think you can smell it East Hotel. I know it's
Yeah. Ball's back in the middle here. Good mark here by Flanagan. He's having a big first quarter too.
Oh, he's on a lot of stats, Maxie. I'll have to tell
He's
you.
on a lot of stats.
It's a lot, Pete.
Thanks to Steve Con. Flanagan's at half back, so he sends the ball now to centre wing. Not a great kick there. Holt punches it forward. Ball kick forward for the Swans. Bouncing ball now. It's going to go out of bounds. Boundary throw in or on the full. So 3-2-20 Alvie. 3 behinds, 3 points. Irrewarra Beeac. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. It's been a very entertaining first quarter, considering we've only got 3 goals to nothing. But it just seems these two, as I said, one team's a contested beast of a side, and the other just loves just kicking it long and quick if possible inside the forward 50. Hickey couldn't take the intercepted mark. He's tackled, though, and it'll be a ball up again on centre wing.
Both sides defensively, Pete, at the moment, holding up pretty well considering the conditions.
yeah, they have. Look, it's one of those grounds, you get it in the dead pocket and it's pretty hard to score, so it's a good ground to defend, as we see here. Another
Alvie are trying to avoid going into the middle, just with Roosevelt just banging it forward as quick as he can.
I think Irrewarra are pushing them to the boundary more so. They're defending on that far side.
So another boundary throw in here. Dare up against Angus. Well, there wins the tap out, comes out to Flanagan. Flanagan kicks, and it's been marked by Kurt Spence, and he's going to have a shot.
Needs to go down with cramp and hand it over to Lockie Roosevelt.
That's a smart, yeah.
He's on centre win. He's thinking he can do this.
Why not? Have
He's
a go.
almost at half back now.
Here we go.
This is very ambitious. This is Malcolm Blight style.
He's going to talk.
He's going to go back.
Oh, he got onto it.
Well, you got to credit to the man. He had a crack, but he's not even gone close. And at quarter time here, 1v2, and it's the top of the table. Swans leading by 17 points. 3-2-20. Irrewarra back, 3 behinds, 3 points. We'll be back after this with the think quarter around the grounds, the Stepcom stats, and plenty more here on CDFNL Live on Mix FM.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Stop doing battle against the elements. Come home to a Middleton's home. Install warmth when you install Middleton's heating, keeping your family comfortable. The Mix FM Business of the Month.
At Westvic Sheds and Garages, not only do they build you a shed, they'll also supply and fit roller doors, panel lift doors and motors. They can even retrofit a motor to your heavy tilt door. Colorbond fencing, yep, they'll also help you out with that. Concrete products, well, you wouldn't believe it, they'll help you out with that too. Want to know more? Go to West Vic Sheds, 411 Princess Highway, Colac West.
Class Harvest Centre, Swain & McCabe's end of financial year sale is on now. Get in quick and get an in-stock Class Disco mower or liner rake at just 1.99% finance for 36 months with a 30% deposit. Beat the price rise and get your hay gear sorted for 2023. But don't delay, offer ends June 30. Visit Class Harvest Centre, Swain & McCabe, Ballarat today or find out more at classharvestcentre.swainmccabe.com.au. Offer ends June 30. Approved applicants only. Valid for 36 months with a 30% deposit. Lending criteria, T's and C's apply.
Succulent Red Rooster snack subs for $2.95. Perfect for a 3 p.m. pick-me-up or an early arvo snack, or even for right now. At that price, it could be for all those times. Red Rooster snack subs for $2.95. The Roosters got
Ground level, led by Tyler Flanagan. Irrewarra certainly held control there. I thought the Alvie backline held up pretty well, and quarter's underway, so I better be quiet.
We'll come back to you. That second quarter's underway here, thanks to Kelly Civil Constructions. As Alvie go up towards centre forward inside the 50, it goes actually. Walker. Oh, beautiful pick up there by the young man in Hull. Picks the footy up and just kicks it. Dexter's kick was smelled off the boot. Here's a chase for the Swans through patch. Burst out of the tackle. Starts from 30 metres out. It's bouncing. It's just offline. And through for the first score of the second quarter there, Chris Patch. Takes them on the 3-3-21. Margin is 3 straight kicks. The Bombers are 3 behind, 3 points. As McMullen now runs it out of the back line and just thumps it up towards centre wing that time. And Marty did off the kick really well and took a really good mark. Chips the ball inside and finds Stevens. He's got time and space. He just thumps the kick. He's got an open goal. Which way will it bounce? It's offline at this stage. Grish running back. Kept the ball in, but good defence from Parker again. Saved a certain goal. And through for 1 behind to the Bombers.
And that was a great passage of play. That's how you've got to attack this ground. They've got to go down the social room side if they want to.
Here's Mulder at half back. This way, that way. Goes inbound to Roosevelt. What's he going to do here? Is he going to load up? No, he's going to switch to the ground. Goes to the social room side of the ground. Mulder gets it over top to Hickey by hand. Hickey now plays on. He sends the ball to centre half forward over the head of Link there. Spokes picks up the football in defence for the Bombers. He's kicked it. Oh, centimetre perfect. No, out of bounce on the full, says the umpire. And Dom Dare and Liam Mulder exchanging pleasantries there and insurance
Big Bluey
numbers. Yeah.
Bluey.
Permazel's there as well. Hickey decides to play on.
No, Tatey's called him back.
Got to go back over the line.
Bit of confusion here, boys.
Yep.
Oh, Bluey Angus wasn't happy about
he wasn't happy.
treatment there from Liam Mulder.
Yeah.
So going to be a free kick to Hayden Hickey on centre wing.
One of them.
So on centre wing here for the Swans, it is 21-3. 3-3 to 4 behinds. He kicks short and he finds Mulder on the 50. Plays on, 50 metres out, winds up. Open goal square, Bluey's there. He's going to be the goalkeeper. And it's gone through for a behind.
Wouldn't want a much there, though.
3-4-22, the Bombers. The Swans, 4 behinds, 4 points are the Bombers. And quickly play on there is by Patrick Marnie. Sends the ball out of defensive 50 for the Bombers. Couldn't take the mark. Here's Chase Murray goes by hand. Theodore gets it to Thornton. Thornton now kicks to centre half forward. Jackson in the long sleeves picks it up, sends it inside the forward 50 for the Bombers. This looks good. Cooper Stevens picks up the football, runs in and kicks the goal. That is a play of the day by Irrewarra Beeac. Goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Champagne football there by the Bombers, end-to-end stuff, and they go to 1-4-10 Irrewarra Beeac. They get their first actual score because the 4 behinds that they've kicked are all been rushed.
That's right.
Alvie are 3-4-22, and that is on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Kelly Silver Construction's second quarter, and we've gone 3 minutes on the Richardson Real Estate time clock.
So that was a great passage of play. They Irrewarra forward line have pushed up forward. They were able to quick transition, ball over the back, and Cooper Stevens was onto it quicker than anybody else.
Transition from a kick in, Pete. Smart play by McMullen to just take the ball and boot it as far as possible.
That's probably the second or third time in this game already that will quick transition out of the fence and the resulted in goals. So both sides making good use of the conditions with that breeze going down that end. Riddell, very good tackle by Tyler Flanagan, and Angus comes over the top of him. Ball pin will get a ball up now. This is shaping up to be a ripping game so far at this stage. Alvie win this, they'll go to the boy on top of the ladder with a very handy percentage. Well, the Bombers win this, and all of a sudden she's right on for that top spot. Ball's gone out to the wing now here. Theodore tried to harass the footy, but Felicos was brilliant. Just picked up the footy there. Swain dispossessed in a good tackle. Jacob was right. The fact it was hold. Angus comes back in there. Well tackled by Patch. Dexter, he's immediately wrapped up. Ball pinned, and we get a ball up. You're right, Peter, about the tackling pressure from both sides.
It's been terrific, hasn't it?
Yeah, been top notch.
And you can already see the improvement in the tackle method from the start of the year, can't you?
That's right. Angus won the tap down easily. Stevens is lurking again at the front of this stoppage. Paddles the ball on. Dela Cruz did really, really well. Stevens, quick hand pass out. Thornton, I should say, was flattened. Ball scored on again. In fact, it was Theodore there. Stevens again. Stevens just hacks the kick up towards the half-forward flank there. Murray was there. Jacobs punches the ball away from him.
And the beauty about it, Pete, is we didn't have to suspend 36 players.
That's right.
Just tell them to tackle differently.
Yes, that's right. No, I think it's something that wasn't in footy in our day, so it's sort of developed over time, hasn't it?
The one with Liam Stock is going to be an interesting one from last night on Eric Hipwood, but I don't think there was a lot in that either. Boundary throw in. Levi Dare just taps the ball down. Thornton, like a raging ball, trying to keep the ball afloat. Rosevear, hand pass in the line's been picked up by Stevens. Fires out a quick handball to Tyler Flanagan. He's immediately wrapped up. And that will be a boundary throw. And they thought of actually paid hole in the footy, but he did drop the ball. But the boundary line was Cooper Stevens' friend. We'll get a boundary throw in here. So the Bombers slowly working their way back into this game. All 4 goals have been at their end, what the Bombers are kicking to at the moment. Coming through Riddell. Fires out a quick hand pass. Picked up there by Marnie. Gets at the hand pass to Wendell. 48 metres. It just had a quick fumble. Back it comes to Richardson. He wasn't ready for it. Tackle, and surely that has to be a ball up, which it will be on the 50 there. Good pressure again from the Swans midfielders.
So Riddell was paying a bit of attention to Flanagan. He's had his hands on the ball a couple of times early in this quarter, Riddell, hasn't he?
No disposals so far this quarter, Pete.
He's not a hard tag, but he's certainly taken responsibility for him.
Ball up on the 50 for the Bombers. They've kicked the last goal this game. Here's Felicos, though, on centre win against Richardson. Bangs the ball forward. Dexter tries to kill it. He keeps the ball in play. Just got it over the top to Flanagan. Tyler sends it inside the forward 50 on the mids at Jackson's chest. Or has he marked it in the line? Juggled it over the boundary line. And it'll be a boundary throwing. So the Swans leading by 2 goals, 3-4 to 1-4 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Umpire throws it back out. Jackson grabs it out of the ruck, Tommy Hawkins style. Tackled by Permazel. And he's been pinned, holding in the football, tried to take him on a little bit too much there. And Permazel's going to get the free kick in defence for the Swans.
So we have
Roseville's got it.
Dela Cruz is paying a fair bit of attention to Stevens as well. Yep. And Richardson on
Felicos.
Rosevear, just a standard 50-metre kick down the line on the wing. And there'll be another ball up on centre wing here on the outer side, where 99% of the play has been played at this afternoon. So if you've got your car over on the outer side, like you, Pete, your wife's sitting there over in that centre wing position.
Grab the big park there. I've done well, haven't I?
And she's going to be watching the footy pretty closely over there.
She probably won't be listening to me.
Probably not. Probably doesn't listen to you at home, does she, Pete?
Never.
Free kick to Dela Cruz.
Dangerous words, mate.
In the back. It's going against Thornton, so free kick here to Flea Dela Cruz. He has it on a half-back flank. Umpire giving the wind up. Jeez, he got close to the middle of the mark, and that'll bring more rain. Pipe it under kick, and Flanagan read it well. Should have been playing the mark, but an umpire said no. Down here past the spell. Yeah, that's right. Coming through again, there was Marnie to Dexter. His kick was smothered by Levi there. Dexter goes back in after it again. Just a dribble kick inside 50. Off the hands of Grist. Oh, it might have been a little bit high. Umpire said, yeah, he was against Grist. And Dela Cruz will take a free kick. Very underrated player. Dela Cruz, Flea Dela Cruz. He goes back inside to Jacobs. Dela Cruz playing his 76th game at the Swans. He goes even wider that time. Jacobs to Parker. Over the top to Kurt Spence. He has it on centre wing. One of them trying to really press in this 22 before the end of the year. Lincoln Dares underneath this one against Walker. Walker did really well to punch the ball away. Ball's locked in there somehow, and umpire's he's holding him. Yeah, against Walker, and it's going to go to Lincoln Dare. Didn't think there was a lot in that, but anyway, free kick will go to Link Dare. He's on centre wing. But those kicking into a pretty stiff breeze here this afternoon here at Alvie. The sun is shining beautifully. Chipping ball over the top's okay to Riddell. Gets a hand pass away to Hickey. 60 metres out. Goes inside 50, but over there, Paddy Marnie. And he has taken the mark. In defence, been good today, Paddy Marnie. Goes over the top to Chase Murray in defence. Don't think it's called that very often. Goes over the top to Tommy Swain. So Swain now has it. Half-back flank here, been told to go. He's going to chip it short. Just cut up beautifully by Damasi. Here's an opportunity for the Swans down on the counter-attack. Has a bounce. Goes a hand pass over the top to Rob. But he just ran out of too much tarmac, according to the boundary umpire. He was in the perfect position. And we're going to get a boundary throw in here. So the Swans and goal-scoring opportunity here, about 35 out here, Pete.
He intercepted that so well, he took everybody by surprise. He never actually had anyone to kick it to in the end.
That's right.
His only option was to handball.
The one impressive thing about Irrewarra Beeac is a lot of their players are dual position. They can play all over the ground. And here's Murray, as Drew alluded to, in defence.
On the top.
Sends it out defensive 50, but it's been marked by Parker on centre wing. So Sammy Parker goes inbound to Hayden Hickey. Good mark. So Hickey now getting some good senior footy back into him.
Bit of man-on-man happening at the moment.
Yeah, there is.
Bit of Ross Lyon about it.
Sends it inside. Well, it's not going to go inside the forward 50. The wing held it up and Chase Gucci Murray takes the mark at half-back for Irrewarra Beeac. So getting a bit of the footy in defensive half of the ground. So Murray now kicks.
Oh, good kick.
And he finds a teammate in Grist. So Charlie Grist now going to hold up the football. Switches it looking at Swain. Dangerous kick. I said play on.
Jeez.
Ball's on centre wing. Hickey got the hand pass over the top now. Permacell got it to Danny Allen. They want hold on the footy. They're going to get it. The Irrewarra Beeac fans. Free kick goes against Danny Allen. It goes to Caden Flanagan on centre wing. So he's alluding to where he wants to go. He's a former Swan himself. Caden Flanagan kicks the centre half forward. Grist couldn't take the mark. Jackson pulled down the ground. There'll be another ball up on the 50 for the Bombers. Low-scoring game, but it's been a good game of
it has. There's a lot of man-on-man footy, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what we love to see. Hickey trying to go to the football. Here's Parker for the Bombers. Kicked inside the forward 50. Bounces away. Here's Monaghan. He's tackled in the ground there by Grist in the left forward pocket. Netball court side of the ground. And there'll be a ball up there right in the heart of Irrewarra Beeac's forward 50. Going up the hill in the second quarter. Dare wins the tap out. Punches it down the hill. Couldn't take it, was Permacell. Here's Rosavere. And they sort of knock each other or collide each other. Not Gary Rowan, Jeremy Cameron style, but
no.
They did collide in each other, and that's gone out of bounds and be a bounding throw in right in front of the scoreboard here.
Seriously, how ridiculous is that? They're trying to get Gary Rowan suspended for an accidental head clutch with his own team.
Max said earlier he thought he should have got three.
Oh, did he?
Oh, please.
Cats fans were booing Gary Rowan for the rest of the night, even though he ended up being the match winner.
That's right.
One of his best games he's ever played. Hickey hand passes it forward. Here's Cooper Stevens, kicked it off the ground, tried to go to the football. It's been stolen by Maragula. Riddell sends it out defensive 50, but McRae takes the mark. Campbell McRae, he goes inbound. He finds a teammate. It's a chance now for Marnie. So Marnie's got the football on centre wing for Irrewarra Beeac. He kicks now to centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Hickey tries to go to the football. Good work there for Maragula. Comes out to Dexter. Dexter kicks it back inside the forward 50. Spills off hands. Jackson! Like a rover. Misses to the right behind. Bombers go 1-5-11. Alvie 3-4-22, 11 points the margin in this second quarter of footy. It's 1 versus 3. Good game so far here at Red Rock, here on Mix FM.
Had a bit more time than he thought.
He did, yeah. So we're seeing the Alvie forwards all drawn up the ground now through lack of opportunities, haven't they? It's been played in the Irrewarra half.
Pretty hard to score at that end today, Pete.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very hard considering the conditions because of the wind. All the goals have been up the hill.
Here goes Roosevelt, Drew.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to go kicking it into the breeze, but we'll have to wait and we'll find out now. And he just launches it. He still kicked it to centre wing. He kicked it like a leg and dance in it beautifully. Takes a Class A centre mark of the day, and the Swans are out. Moralia quickly takes the mark, gives it off to Mulder. This was Lockie. Chipping ball, looking for Jacob, just had too much penetration. Jacob goes back, good handball back to Lockie Mulder, runs himself into traffic, just inside the field of play. Here's Dela Cruz, hand pass to Moralia. Moralia snapped kick up towards the 50. Geez, a bit of confusion down there, but Murray did really well. Takes a really good mark. Class A centre mark that he went to go and he fell over. So he's got a sign looking for his coach and Parker. Ball just playing funny buggers today, this win at the moment. Here's Hickey. Hand pass inside to Roosevelt. Gets it in time to Filikos.
Wants it back.
Sweeps the handball out wide to Holt. Holt goes back to Monahan. Monahan stops and props. Not sure what to do with it. Hand pass over the top's okay to Holt. Holt gets a hand pass backwards to Mulder. Lockie again. Stabbing ball into the corridor. It's going to be okay, but Roosevelt takes a really good mark.
He's a candy. He's a chance.
Here we go, Pete.
He's 70 metres out. But the thing is, he's going to kick it into a very, very stiff breeze.
Kicking it like an NFL. Oh, he gave a hand.
He gave the hand pass. Write that down, AJ. To Mulder. Lockie. Hand pass back to Roosevelt. He spells another one, Rosie. Gets the hand pass away. Here's an opportunity now with Allen. Dexter. Ball still in dispute. Ball pinned to him, and we'll get another ball up.
He wants to kick a bag today, doesn't he? You feel like there's NFL clubs here circling him or something. Oh, it's good for football, isn't it, when you got a player on that attack, and it's making Irrewarra back really alarming on him. Murray's going to get a free kick here, I reckon.
I didn't think there was much there. That's not a free kick.
His fourth disposal in the second quarter into the defensive half, Chase Murray. Gucci Murray goes inbound and he finds Tyler Flanagan still in defensive 50 for the Bombers.
Here on the wing.
And he's going to switch it over the top. Can he get to him? No, he's not.
Well done,
It's been chopped off there by Liam Mulder. Class A centre mark of the day. Sells a bit of candy in front of Marnie and he bangs it back inside the 450 looking for Link there. Couldn't take the mark. Chance here now for McDonald, who thumps the ball out of defensive 50 for the Bombers. The wind stops and here's a chance now for Parker. Puts it back, it's inside the forward 50. Kick looking for a teammate there.
Dominic
Big mark. Used the body well. And here's his first opportunity to go back and kick a goal this afternoon. The state's second leading goal kicker, Country Victoria. And he can go back down the hill and kick his first for the afternoon.
How often do they practice at this end, Pete? Alvie. Goal kicking, that is.
Every Thursday night, AJ.
Probably every night, every night they train.
AJ, what sort of a question's that?
Who knows? We don't train here. Tom Dare goes back. And misses.
Well, he's just made the distance.
Jeepers.
No wind. Playing havoc out there.
So behind goes to the Coleman medal Lena in Tom Dare, 3-5, 23 to 1-5-11. It is a 12-point ball game. As it looks like the Swans are going to go back inside forward 50 again. Here's a chance now through DeMarcy. Puts it inside the forward 50. Thornton takes the mark. Class over centre mark today for the Bombers.
Switches play and on Hickey do battle there. Jackson Kambaji in well, trapped it by Permazel. He just bangs it back inside 50. Blink there, got mid, still couldn't take the mark. Snapped by Allen. Shows a quick snap from 25. And I think he might have missed it. No, still in play. McMullen chips the ball out wide, looking for Terrell, but the ball's tooting too much for him, and Kurtzman's happy to see it go over. And we'll get a boundary throw, and the scoring has dried up dramatically in the second quarter.
Lincoln Jay just continually puts himself in the front of the packs, and he's taken a bit of punishment there today, 3 or 4 on him all the time. So he's doing a great job there for Alvie.
Approaching the 17-minute mark in this Richardson's real estate time clock in this second quarter, thanks to Kelly Civil Constructions. Sure, there has to be a ball up here because that ball ain't coming out. No, in fact, it does come out. Comes out now to Link there. Just hacks the kick forward inside 50. Jenkins ball off hands. McDonald did really well. Hand pass it out somehow. Here's Ozzie Harwood in the side this week to Murray. Just got the kick away in the nick of time. Kicks out towards the centre wing position. Parker and Jackson. Permazel at the back. Jackson did really well. Can he get out of the second tackle? He did. Hand pass to Marty. Gives it to Parker by hand. Goes inside 50. He's got Bluey Angus one hand inside the 50. Bounce ball picks up now. Has to kick it. He has to be quick through the hands of Enor. Well played, Roosevelt. He's been sensational in his opening half. He chips it on the left foot beautifully. And Rob takes the mark. Chipping ball over the top to Allen. A former Max Gray medal winner from a few years ago. Here's one to Rob. Rob kicks inside 50. League there, got the box seat. Should have got a free kick, I reckon. Umpire missed it. McDonald comes out there to Walker. Walker stumps the kick up towards centre wing. Ball off hands. Coming through now with Stevens. Gets the kick off the ground. Up towards the boundary line. Morale keeps the ball afloat. He's had a good first half too. Keeping ball, and here's the one who's had sensational, as I said earlier, Roosevelt. Spears the ball. Coming through now. Here's Spence. Here's a chance for Young Holt. Kick a goal, young man. 30 metres out. Oh, brilliant smother. McDonald came from nowhere. Holt comes in. McDonald wipes over a very good tackle. Don't ping him for that.
No.
That is a shocking decision. He had no prior opportunity.
No.
And he cannot give that hole in the ball at any sort of level of footy. That is a shocker.
Gee, you've got to
Clanger
encourage the player going for the ball.
Yeah, clanger of the day right there.
A premium group painting clanger of the day.
Sorry, Maxie, go on.
Comes out to Theodore. Theodore on centre wing. Sends the ball to centre half forward. Big Levi there takes the mark at centre half back for the Swans. Good passages of football, but no one can score. The defences are right on top of each other at the moment as Big Levi, the Marnie medalist of last year, sends the ball to centre half forward. Link there, takes the mark. Class over centre. Mark of the day. Again, had no right to mark that like he did that day at Lawn a couple of weeks ago. Goes in short and finds Holt. So they're using the boundary line pretty well to their effect at the moment, the Swans. Holt now puts it inside the forward 50.
Good
Parker takes the class over centre mark of the day.
Play Jenkins.
Sorry, Jenkins taking the mark. Inside the forward 50. He's going to go in short, but it's been turned over, and Murray takes a contested mark in defence for the Bombers. Chase Gucci Murray sends it out of the defence for the Bombers. Theodore got the mitts out. Takes a big mark.
Lovely.
Excellent mark in front of Permazel. So Lockie Theodore now.
Oh, nearly got done for 50 there.
You're right, Drew.
So Theodore goes in short. They just got to do short kicks, don't they? Because then the wind doesn't really take huge effect.
You know what they're doing that, though, because Levi Dare is standing in the hole by himself. They're going to kick up the line.
Richardson, he's going to go down that line now. And it's going to be marked in defence by Levi Dare. Drewy called it, and he switches it beautifully. Chancey now for the Swans. Can they go through the attack, through the middle? Here's Riddell with the footy.
Lincoln Dare.
So the Swans with the football. Looking to go forward. Ball kick to centre half forward over the head of Patch. Spokes couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance now through Murray. Kick down in the middle of the ground. Angus couldn't take the mark. Flanagan. He's going to be a free kick. Goes the way of Big Bluey. So Bluey, the edge of the square. Switches to Richardson. Richardson's taken the mark for the Bombers. Doesn't know where he's going. He's got so many options, and he's just going to bang the ball now to centre half forward. And he's kicked it to a nest of Swans. Big mark there by Lincoln Dare.
Because the nest of dares had the two dares by themselves.
Doesn't realise that they're not on his team, so he switches over the top. Chancey now for Parker. He kicks and he finds a teammate there.
Oh, up and under.
And Jacobs, it's a high up and under kick. And Spence
out
in the bounce on the full free kick to the Bombers. 3-5-23 Alvie. 1-5-11 Irrewarra back. Low scoring, but it is a ripper of a game.
Walker is going to kick it looking for Jackson. Ball spills to the back. Grist is lurking. Coming through link there. Picks up the footy to Levi Dare. Back it comes to Jacobs, holding the back line superbly. Here's Moralia. Been good, impressed with his game so far. Monahan got a kick away under duress. It comes out to Walker now for the Bombers. Gets the ball hand to Stevens. Thumps the kick into the ward pocket. It's going to go very, very wide, but Jacobs took a good mark. In defence, class over centre mark of the day. Switches it. Finds Lockie Mulder. Not a lot of time on, I would think, in this second quarter. Other than the one goal kicked. Here's young Angus Permazel. So Permazel's going to centre it. Smart bit of play. Good hands again from Link there. How many marks for him, AJ?
7.
Gee, that's a reasonable number in this second quarter.
Now 5 in the second quarter, 7 in for the game, Drew.
Yep, so he's going to kick short, dangerously. Well done, Tommy Enor. You was up to the task. Tom Enor's taken the mark. He's going to go inboard. Not a great kick, it's fair to say. Coming through now was Link there. He was dispossessed of it in the tackle. Grist lurking again. Parker got shoved in the back. Play on Sakul. bit stiff there, I reckon. Ball pinned, will get another ball up.
Oh, I think every kick's almost going to be not that great, is it? That wind's really causing havoc in this ball game, but it's not wrecking the contest.
Yeah, playing on the crosswind's almost worse than playing in rain.
Yeah, that's right. Comes out now to Roosevelt, been brilliant. Gets the hand pass away to Dela Cruz. He got time and space. He might get a kick here, boys, because he's going to come back to the field of play. Well done, McDonald. Read it well off the kick. He's taken a really good mark. He read it well, as I said. Kick, though, wasn't all that flash, and here's linked there again. Mark number 8,
Correct.
AJ.
Yep, correct.
Racking him up.
He wants an East Hotel, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely.
He wants an East
He
Hotel
wasn't too happy with us from a couple of weeks ago.
No.
McDonald punches it away.
Should have played better.
Velikos, I don't think he could have played much better than what he can. Spence has to pick the full up, which he does, to Dom Denderis half-time. An interesting first half. It's been low scoring, but it's been very enjoyable. The tackling pressure has been first class. And at half-time, Alvie still lead, despite only kicking 3 behinds in that quarter. They lead 3-5-23 to the Bombers 1-5-11. The margin is a flat 12 points. Goal kickers DeMarcy, Roosevelt and Jenkin-Wild. Stevens kicked an absolute gem in that second quarter. That quarter only for 23 minutes, so I think these quarters are going to be very, very short this afternoon. We'll take a break here on CDFNL Live here on this retro round for the 90s. We'll go around the grounds, get some stats and a quick thought on what was happening and what was a very entertaining first half despite the low scoreline. It is the Swans leading at half-time by 2 goals.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Carrie and Tommy.
To give away our last 2 Pink in Paris tickets, we got sneaky.
It involved hidden cameras, disguises, a fake Uber driver, and a very bad accent from a man called Bruno.
Hello, my name is Bruno. So nice to have you in the car. I have no idea who that Bruno guy is, but he sounds hot. See, the moment we gave our very deserving mum the trip of a lifetime now on our socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Carrie and Tommy. Live health first with NIB. Visit nib.com.au today.
Mix FM. The Southwest winter has arrived. Defeat winter when you come home to a Middleton's home. Come home to Middleton's Heating, keeping your family comfortable. The Mix FM Business of the Month.
We'll get you thinking, think water.
Is your drink bottle too big? So big it won't fit in your car? Sick of it rolling under the seat while you drive? Thinkwater Colac has the answer to this one, an insert for your car cup holder. Available in multiple colours, designed to blend in with your car interior. It's such a simple solution that the next time you hit the road, your drink bottle won't hit the floor.
12. 3-12. So Imps leading by 10 behinds. Thanks, Lippy from Simpson.
Third quarter underway. Thanks to Sports Bear Colac. Pete, what days are we going to see Trish?
It's got to go in the Mondays or Saturday mornings. Yeah.
She's here today as well.
Yeah,
so
she's knocked off today. And she's
surprised we didn't get any discounts or something. We'll kick inside 50. Link there, couldn't take the mark. Here's DeMarcy. Gets out of a couple of tackles. Here's a chance for Patch if he can pick the ball up, which he can't. Tile Flanagan just turns the ball. Well picked up by Trouth on the half volley. To Richardson. To Stevens. Sweets the handle out wide here to Enor. Enor's kick is going to be all right to Grist. Well done, Liam Mulder. And Grist happy to punch it go over and out of play. We'll get a boundary throw in. So centre wing out of side. Starting to cloud over a little bit here.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit chilly too.
Yeah, it feels like about 4 degrees when I checked the weather apps before. And it's around about that now, I reckon. Boundary throw in. Short throw in. And I think we'll do it all over again, which we will. Boundary umpire.
Happens in the AFL on Thursday night, that the re-throwing a ball.
Yeah.
Because Melbourne didn't win it, so they have to give it back to
Boundary
make
throw
it 50-50 contest. Upper Pack's Corn and Brody Grundy have to win every contest, apparently.
Yeah. Here's a chance from Lockie Mulder. Good shepherd there. Beautifully done by Lockie Mulder there. Good kick inside 50. Good mark. Split the middle of them, did Link there. Dom there's on the lead. He can have a shot here. 50 out. It's going. It's off to the right. And it stayed there. And through for 1 behind. How many marks for him again, AJ?
He's on fire, isn't he?
He's on fire, the big man.
He covered that distance quite easily too.
3-6-24 to move on to now to 1-5-11. Don't think there's too many major changes to half-time. I still think Dela Cruz is going to follow Stevens. And it looks like Richardson's doing a lot of work on Velikos. Ball kicked in and Tyler Flanagan happy to see go over, but he's landed himself in the canteen. Might get a Sanger or something on the way through.
I'll have a pie and a Coke, please, Pete.
Yeah.
Yes.
McMullen's done a good job on Dom Dare as well, hasn't he?
I think they've won the right matchup for him.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
pretty hard down there, Pete, with the entries. The ball's been down there with the delivery that's been given to him. Hasn't been all that great, let's be brutally honest. Tyler Flanagan took on about 3. That should have been holding the footy. Umpire let it go. Here's Filikos, runs to 45, goes for goal, and goes bang! Gee, that lifts the roof off Red Rock this afternoon. And Dan Filikos kicks a goal at A contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And kicks a goal, Pete, you get dragged.
Yeah.
4-6-30.
Oh, here we go. Don't start me.
So 1-5-11. That was a ripper that from Dean Filikos. Greg Allen, bar machinery scored. We played 2.5 minutes. Third quarter all thanks to Sports Power Colac.
The game looks much easier if you get it out this side of the ground, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Here's that breeze behind you. If you get it over on that dead side, it's all hard work. But that was a great goal from Dean Filikos.
Brilliant start from the ladder leaders, Alvie. Flexing their muscles early in this third quarter. Dare wins the tap out. Almost done by Riddell. Here's the Swans. They go inside the forward 50 again. Top there, puts the mitts out and takes the mark at the top of the goal square.
That was sort of like Harlem Globetrotters stuff, wasn't it?
It was. The Flea Dela Cruz just straight out of the centre, bang.
I saw the Harlem Globetrotters one night in Geelong, of all places.
Was it like that, Maxie?
Dominated the Generals. And they were shooting goals from the corner of the court and even the grandstands. Tom Dare directly in front, kicks his first goal of the afternoon. Currently sitting second in the state for goal kicking in country Victoria. And the Swans have kicked 2 goals to open up this third quarter of footy. And they've opened the margin out now to 25 points. They're 5-6-36 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Irrewarra Beeac 1-5-11. Wow, what a start here by the Swans.
I think the Alvie boys let Bluey know about the clean takeaway from the centre, and Bluey wasn't too happy about that one. He's a bit of push and shove going on there while they were taking the shot for goal.
Really good start here for Alvie. So back in the middle, they're all setting back up again. And Alvie, they were ready to go, weren't they?
Yeah, no, they were.
They had it all set up, and Irrewarra Beeac had to. They were waiting for the Bombers to come out, but very impressive start.
This next 5 minutes here could be big here for Irrewarra if they aren't careful.
So Dare wins the tap out again. Stevens, hand pass went straight to Flanagan, got it to Theodore. What the Bombers have in the back pocket. Kick looking for Jackson, couldn't take the mark. Chancey now for Murray. Backwards hand pass to Theodore. Out. He's going to try and get it to you, Pete Mulhern. Theodore's aiming for you.
Mate. I couldn't quite take it.
Typical Richmond under pressure and just crumbled. Boundary throw in on the 50.
I'm not clean below the knees these days.
That's fair call, Pete.
Boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position here. Dare up against Angus. Dare wins the tap out. Angus tried to rove the football there. It's going to be another ball up, 55 out from the Bombers' goal. They're kicking down the hill in this third quarter. Alvie are up the hill, where all the scoring's pretty much been in this game so far. Angus wins the tap out, roves his own footy. Hand pass though went straight to Michael Robb. He's tackled straight away there by Theodore on the ground, and it'll be another ball up. So a bit of play happening out our side of the ground, which is a rarity.
It's taken them nearly 55 minutes to figure all that out.
Benny Tate just quickly throws it back up. Dare wins the tap out again. Chancey now for Swain. Couldn't gather the football. Picked up here by Mulder. He's stuck in the back. In the back says the umpire.
Had to be.
So free kicks over to Damasi. So Daniel Damasi now kicks centre wing position. Finds Dela Cruz. One of the great names to call, Dela Cruz. Andre Dela Cruz sends the ball. The centre half forward. Dare couldn't take the mark. Off hands. Chancey now for Mulder. Hand pass was smothered. Bombers gather the football. Kick looking for Thornton. Angus trying to beat Levi Dare in the contest. Picks up the football. He's going to get a free kick.
Yeah, he did.
Advantage paid? No, says the umpire. Thornton was off to the races and he had grist to his right.
You couldn't pay that. Couldn't let him play on.
Take the advantage, Pete. Come on. Angus gets the hand pass over the top now to Dexter. Sends it to centre half forward for the Bombers. Good mark. They go back inside the 450 and Grist takes a good class harbour centre. Mark of the day.
Richardson's drifted forward.
Quickly plays on. Grist goes back. And he has kicked it behind.
He had the right idea because Richardson was charging into the forward line.
I think Grist is a better kick on the run, though, isn't he, than his set shot?
And he had a shot a similar distance in the first quarter and didn't quite make the distance, so he just got himself an extra 5 metres there.
Bombers 1-6, Alvie 5-6, third quarter. All thanks to, what are we, third quarter?
Sports Power
Colac, sorry.
So Lockie Rose, he could kick this to Carlack if he really wanted to, if he could really wind up. All the players have set up. What's he going to do? He's going to bang it to Carlack, is he? Well, not quite. He's going to kick it to the centre wing position. Lincoln Dare worked his way in the front. Oh, Jackson's having us pitch it, has he? No. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up. I thought he had no, free kick.
Wow.
Was that a mark, Drew?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't a mark.
Could have been a mark. I thought umpire spot paid at something. Kick inside 50. Oh, heavy hit between Permazel and Jacobs. Here's a chance for Stevens. Oh, Grist slipped over at the crucial stage. Kick off the ground, Monahan. Bouncing towards the boundary line. Here's a chance for Stevens. Good pressure from Jacobs. Oh, beautifully done by Edel. Old-fashioned pirouette. Spins it inside 50. Bluey dropped what he should have taken. Here's a chance now for Trout. Trout, a clever little chipping ball over the top. And here's Caden Flanagan, who played a few games at Alvie a few years ago.
Yeah, he did. Suffered a little bit from injuries as a
he's had a pretty run. He had a pretty run over. It's good to see him injury-free this year. He's 50 metres out. He's too far out, so he's got to chip it at 25. Geez, it held up a lot in the breeze. Marnie got in front. Here's a chance for Grist. Oh, it's got taken high, surely. I know he did duck the knees a little bit.
Yeah, no, he dropped the knees there. He dropped them.
And he'll go back.
He was playing for Richmond. Oh,
30 metres out. I think you better be careful, Max, because people.
I'm bigger than you, Max.
That's all right. But you bag for Richmond, mate, so you'll miss me.
So Charlie Grist,
more clear.
Tough kick here into this wind here. 35 out, but from this wind today, it feels like about 60.
It's the right side of the ground, though. If he's going to kick a goal, it'll be from here.
All right, so directly in front, almost. Comes in from, geez, he got close to the man on the mark. Geez, he speared it, and he speared it to the right. And through for yet another behind, so they go to 1-7-13. They trail Alvie 5-6-36.
Someone thought it was a goal.
Yeah, he looked good off the boot. And here's Roosevelt, and he is going to absolutely launch this. No,
he's not.
It's the shortest kick of the day. He's going to go to Levi there. Just chips it over the top. It's a good one. It finds Permazel. Good kick. Angus Permazel done a good job, having a very good last few weeks in defence. Chipping ball, looking for Michael Rob, went over his head. Oh, Rob did brilliantly there. Kicked off the ground, had a fresh air shot. Stevens goes on after him, but Rob's pressure's been immense. And he's going to lock this ball in, and he'll get a ball up out of it. Well done by the young man.
Gee, that was great play from Rob. He contested the mark and was still first back onto the ball, wasn't he?
Alvie leading by 23 points. 10 minutes gone, third quarter. Link there wins the tap out. Trying to gather the football there was Walker. Hickey's got the football. He's tackled by that Walker now, and he's going to be a ball up on centre wing. So good game of country footy at the moment. The wind really causing an effect. Here's McRae. Hand passes backwards to Dexter. Nice little chip pass looking for Chase Gucci Murray. Got the hand pass back to Dexter. Dexter now kicks the centre half forward. Here's a chance for Flanagan. Got the hand pass over top to a teammate. Back over the top now. Here's Cooper Stevens. Takes a cheeky bounce. Gets around Roosevelt. Sets it up inside the forward 50. Hayden Hickey got the sit. Couldn't take the mark. Under pressure now. Hickey got the hand pass out. Umpire's going to pay a free kick to the Swans.
Got massive
in defence.
Let off there.
Yeah, and they quickly get the hand pass over top to Mulder. Mulder kicks out of defence for Alvie. Here's a chance again, though, through Dexter. Murray's kick was smothered. Riddell for Alvie goes down the guts. Kicks now to centre half forward. Chance now for Austin Harwood across half back. Switches, finds Ton and all on centre wing for Irrewarra. Beeac is going to chip short. Campbell McRae takes the mark. So McRae now kicks. Looking for Jackson, trying to claim the mark. No, he's been paid. The old slips catch.
Now, watch here again. No one to kick to because Levi Dare's standing in the hole there, and they have to go short again.
Tom Jackson, he goes short, and he finds Mitch the Bull Thornton. So Thornton now, 60 metres out. Traditionally, probably 2 kicks from goal, but about 16 kicks from goal, I reckon, the way these two sides are playing. They're playing the short kick game. He's kicked
backwards.
The wind's just pushed it back. Here's Kurt Spence, goes by hand, stolen by Grist. Grist backwards kick. Monahan trying to claim the mark, but he hand passes over top to Liam Mulder, and Mulder now kicks the centre half forward, looking for Tom Dare, picks it up, sells the candy, and he hand passed it to Link Dare. Link Dare now sends it inside the forward 50. Rob and Swain and Rob, Swam and Rain, Rob trying to pick up the football, has to gather. He's tackled there by Spokes, and it's gone out of bounds. Did everyone see that? Tom Dare has hand passed the ball. We saw him do it back on Good Friday. We've seen it again. He's had 2 hand passes in his career.
How many handballs?
Both have been on CDFNL Live.
Does that have 1 handball today, AJ?
Yes, correct.
Thank you. Ball thrown in. Lincoln there. Pushes a punt out of the right. Stabs on the left. It's closed.
No.
Just missed. Through for 1 behind. So he could have had a big day, Link, there.
Yep.
He's kicked a couple of behinds today. That takes him on to 5 goals, 37.
So that transition was one of the few times that Dom Dare's been able to get any space at all on McMullen, wasn't it?
1-7-13 Irrewarra Beeac. Like I said earlier, if Irrewarra Beeac aren't careful here in the next few minutes, Alvie could really run away with it. McMullen hacks the kick forward. Spokes ran around off the kick and took a strong grab. Class to have a centre marker there, but the next problem is there's no one to kick to. And he's going to go along up the line again. Austin Harwood has to go at this. And Lincoln Dare in the hole takes a good grab again. How many there for that now, AJ?
10.
He's in the double figures. What a player he is, Link Dare. He's going to thump it up towards the forward line. Dom Dare's come running at this. He's in the contest, crashed the pack, and he's getting himself giving away a free kick, has he?
No, I think it's going
he's going to go to
Dom was being pushed out there.
Right.
I think the umpire got that one right too.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
Tom Hawkins got those free kick. He'd be on 1 million goals by now, Pete.
Tom Hawkins lives on those free kicks.
I reckon Plugger Locker would have kicked 10,000 if he would get paid free kicks like that. So Dom Dare has a shot for goal. He'll go back from about 25, 30 metres out.
No one shoved Plugger. He just manhandled anyone. He could outmark 16 blokes.
So Dom Dare yet to kick a goal so far today, which
He's got one.
Oh, got one. Sorry, correct. Comes in for his second goal. And become the first multiple goal kicker of the afternoon. Is he swing it back enough? And he likes it.
He loves it.
And it's a goal at A contender. He gets his second.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He, like I said, he becomes the first multiple goal kicker on the ground this afternoon. He's got his second, and the margin now is a handy 30-point lead to the Swans. They're 6-7-43. Bombers with some serious mountain to climb now. They're 1-7-13, and we've played 14 minutes in this third quarter thanks to Sports Power Colour. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard, Pete.
It's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. And again, we see there, if you come out the social club side, it's possible to score.
Needs one more goal for 300 goals here at Alvie.
So back in the middle here, Levi Dare wins the tap out for Likos. He's going to get a free. Oh, was it?
Hold the ball. He just dropped the ball.
Okay, well, free kick goes the way of the Bombers. Going to go short. Not a great kick for Likos. Gathers the football. Dexter, he's tackled. Ball up. That's the difference, isn't it? They've got a guy that they can trust that's going to mark the ball or kick a goal.
Yep.
Where the Bombers, they just look so indecisive on where to kick to. They do have a lead up in Jackson, but you got Dom there who's just he's a machine up forward.
Yep.
So in the middle of the ground, the Bombers need something. Tyler Flanagan, hand pass over the head, and McDonald's going to win the free kick. So even the likes of Cam Parker's had a pretty quiet afternoon, the coach for the Bombers. He goes by hand, back to Flanagan. He sends the ball inside the forward 50. Wynn sort of picked that up. Here's Thornton. Quick hand pass over the top to Grist. Back to Thornton. What can he do? Left foot pocket. Runs in. And he kicks a goal with A.
What a goal.
What a play there by Mitch the Bull Thornton.
Oh, and they're into him too.
Bookmark that one for one of his best goals he's kicked. That's a goal with an A contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And there's a bit happening too after the goal was kicked.
That might spark things up for Irrewarra Beeac if you want to write a passage or describe what Mitch Thornton is as a footballer. You just look at that. Gathers the football, set up a bit of play, kept charging through. And I don't know how he was able to gather that much space in that left forward pocket to snap that goal, but he did.
I thought I was watching the Melbourne Storm. I thought he was going to go for a try.
Cat Munster style then.
Stavcom stat the first goal kicked at that end this afternoon as Marnie thumps the kick forward here. If they get one more here, the Bombers, they might just give them another bit of a spark. Here's the goal kicker again, Thornton. Hand pass it back to Dexter. Dexter's kick inside 50. Good hands, Chris. Should have been a free kick. No. Stevens wraps it up, holding a very good tackle. In fact, it was Mulder. Ball pin will get a ball up here. So that was a ripping goal, that one. Ball up again, Jackson in the ruck. Got beaten to it by Dare. Edor. Back to Marnie. Marnie sends the kick back inside 50. Cooper Stevens, and somehow he's marked it. How did he mark that? He got half higher than Joe Cocker, and he put the left mid out, and it's stuck. 30 metres out, but it feels like 60.
Yeah, he's in that tough pocket, in the dead pocket.
Yeah, it's a tough kick from here.
What a mark that was from Cooper
Couldn't even grow a weed in that dead pocket, could you, Pete?
He's nearly got a kick at the point post on the left-hand side.
He's going to have a crack, though. Good in for trying. No. It's out of bounds on the full. That was always going to be a happen no there. If it was probably another 5-10 metres close, you would have been given half a sniff, but So Roseby will take the kick now. So the Bombers just need the next one here, you feel, to give themselves any sort of chance of winning this game. Roseby goes short to Parker. Flanagan stands the mark here. So he's going to go short. Just comes off to Kurt Spence. Another one trying to cement his spot in the 22. There's a few of them with all these good players out for Alvie today. Kick slung up the wing. Linkdale's in the box seat. Walker read the pack really well. Valleycost was brilliant. Gets a hand pass away to Lockie Mulder and they're away again the Swans. Kick inside 50, looking for Dom there. Good defensive work by McMullen. And McMullen just sort of soccer kicked it. Really smart bit of play. And finds Stevens. He marks it now. He's got an overlap run here in Enor. He has to be quick. Gets the kick inside. Good pressure being applied though there. He's pressured as he kicked. And Jacobs marks on the half-back flank here for the Swans here. Goes, oh, gee, that was an interesting sort of kick. I don't know what was that. Stevens missed a hand pass receipt. He just overran the footy. Moralia, kick was partly smothered. Here's it comes away to Monahan. Sweeps the handball, put Lincoln Dare under pressure. Walker order on his hammer. And it's gone over the line out of bounds. We'll get a Bandrick throw. And these last couple of minutes, people, since they got the Bombers, have got a little bit of a spark about them.
They have. That was great defending then from McMullen. He got the punch away and then just cleared the area, kick off the ground and found Cooper Stevens.
So Bandry throwing centre win here. 4 goals the margin, 6-7 to 2-7. Alvie leading here. Levi there grabbed it out of the ruck. Kick was smothered. Felikos on ground level. Irregular. Wanted a free kick and he's going to get it.
I liked his game, Luke Moralia, today. He's been really good.
Yeah, he's just one of those hard nut plays, isn't he? Puts his head over the footy and goes in hard. Sends it inside the forward 50. Dom Dare couldn't take the mark. Swain this way, that way. Gets out of traffic. Sends it out defensive 50 for the Bombers. What can they do with the footy now? They're going to go down on the boundary. Here's Cam Parker. It's had a pretty quiet afternoon. The coach of Irrewarra Beeac. And he's taking his time now with the kick. He's going to send it from centre wing to centre half forward, looking for Jackson, but good mark there by Will Jacobs. Class over centre mark of the day. He's looking pretty impressive, Pete.
Yeah, he is. No, he looks like he knows what he's doing out in the football field.
Mulder this way, that way, sells a bit of candy. Kick wasn't a good one, turned over to Thornton. Thornton now kicks finds Cooper Stevens. So Stevens now for Irrewarra Beeac. Centre wing sends it now to centre half forward. Big pack around this one. Parmazel's there for the Swans. Comes off hands. Theodore gathers the football. Hand passes looking for Gucci Murray. He kicks a high up and under one. Richardson's got the sick. Couldn't take the mark. He punches it forward. Overhead of Jackson. The idea was there. Kick now to centre wing. Good mark there by Patch. Gets the hand pass to Dela Cruz. Sends the ball to centre half forward. He's going to get downfield free kick. Dela Cruz.
Yeah, that was pretty crude, I thought.
Was that by Murray?
Yep.
So free kick will go to the Swans downfield.
Chris Patch has got to get himself the kick here. He worked hard to get back too because he used the footy.
Had a huge pre-season by all reports, Chris Patch.
In fact, it's Dom Dare's going to get the kick.
So Dare, just outside the 50s. Kicked 2 goals, 1 Dom Dare. I reckon he might just try and have a crack here.
It'll take his best from here.
This is pretty good though.
I'll back him in here, Pete.
All right.
You can go from the roof if you really want it from that grandstand. He goes back.
Oh, hello.
He's kicked. Goal behind.
Gee, it was not. Wasn't far
cleared
off.
the fence.
He covered the distance easy.
Yep. 6-8-44. Alvie 2-7-19. Irrewarra back, and the ladder leaders just flexing their muscles in this third quarter. The premiership quarter, as the old traditionalists like Pete Mulherron would call it.
McMullen brings the ball back into play there over the top, and Murray was the smallest bloke in that contest. Took a really good mark. Class Harbour centre mark of the day. Has it in front of the social rooms. Oh, gee. He's kicked it straight down the throat of Joe Dare.
First possession. You got him down for a stat there, AJ.
The kick is a good one, looking for Dom Dare. Good punch away that time there. Ball's still on the dispute. Murray. McRae. Not sure what to do with it. Intercepted by Lockie Model. Ball still in play. Here's Link there. Sold some candy. 40 metres out. Kick was partly smothered. About 3 players. Dom Dare goes in after it. Wrapped up in a very strong tackle there on Murray. I think that might have been Lockie Mulder. And the ball's pinned to him. We'll get a ball up. It's just inside the 50-metre arc here for the Swans. They're doing a good job of this. They lead by 25 points. Coming through now with Stevens. Back to Jackson. Jackson just kicks up towards the half-back flank. Liam Mulder dropped the mark. He had control of it, went to ground, and he just spilled out of his hands. Tyler Flanagan was shoved in the back play-ons to call, but in fact the umpires paid it. And he's going to get himself a free kick here. Tyler Flanagan inside It's a defensive 50-metre arc here. So this has been the problem all day. They just have no real flow out of their back line. Getting out of there was all right, but in their forward line, it's just been really tricky because the Swans have held up really well in defence. Here's McRae. Chipping ball, looking for Swain. Couldn't quite trap it here. Here's danger here. Swan wrapped up in a good tackle. Swain, I should say. Here's Walker now coming away with it out of defensive 50. Tearing ball out of defence, and Lockie Rosie marks it on the wing. He would have had a chance here in the first corner. He's got to wind up and bang it towards the 30-metre line. Dom Dare is there. Couldn't quite get there. Spokes wrapped up there by Dom Dare. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up inside 50 here for the Swans, who could inflict more pain here before three-quarter time on the Bombers.
Spokes rode that ball pretty well, but gee, they weren't going to let him go anywhere, were they?
Almost gone 23 minutes in this third quarter. Swans by 25 points. Free kick's going to go the way of the Bombers in defence, though, so Tommy Jackson will take the free kick.
This is probably the problem today. Tom Jackson has to go in the rug, and Bluey Angus has to be the key forward up there, so there's no real hole for him in anyone there because the small forwards have been pretty quiet today.
Found McRae, so defensive 50 for Campbell. McRae going to go on the outer side wing. A lot of the plays being played, and Angus and couldn't take the mark for Likos through traffic. Gets ball onto boot, looking for DeMarcy, beats him, but it comes out to Hickey. He tried to get it to DeMarcy. He's tackled straight away. And it'll be another ball up between centre and half forward favouring Alvie side of the ground.
So those Alvie small backs have been really good on the ground today.
All their back six have been
Sam Parker's had a good game. The
punched it forward. Maragula gets it over top to Falikos. Falikos puts it inside the forward 50 link there. Couldn't take the mark. McRae, big kick out of defensive 50 here. Good mark there by McDonald. Class over centre mark of the day to Rupert. And he's going to switch it. And he finds the teammate in Cam Parker. So Parker now the coach. Kick looking for Jackson. Just in play.
Photo finish.
Centimetre perfect, as Dennis Committee would say. So Parker, Jackson goes inbound. He finds Parker, the two long sleeves. Link up for the Bombers. It was a kick went a bit backwards. So Parker now, again, along the boundary, looking for Angus. Bombers trying to get it. Bluey try to get past everyone. He's going to get a free kick here because he hand passed to himself and Pemazel tackled him. So smart move there by Bluey. Sends the ball inside the forward half, looking for Cooper Stevens. Couldn't take the mark. Good work there by Mulder. Comes out to Theodore. Theodore puts it inside the forward 50, but Falikos takes a good defensive mark. Switches it, looking for Maragula. Maragula picks up the football. He's off to the races. He kicks the centre half forward over the head of a number of players, but the siren beats everyone. And that is three-quarter time here at Red Rock. Alvie had a big quarter, 3-1. They kicked the opening couple of goals in the first couple of minutes, and they lead this ball game 6 goals. Well, are they 6 goals? 8:44 to 2:7:19 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. We'll go around the grounds thanks to Think Quarter, and we'll have the Steph comps straight after the break, so stay tuned here on your number one station for local footy, Mix FM.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
The Kanga Cup is one of the biggest international youth football tournaments in the Southern Hemisphere and one of the best tournaments of its kind in the world. This year, players from around Australia and the world will head to Canberra in the July school holidays. Registrations are open now for under 9s through to under 18s, but will close soon. If you'd like to register as a player or as a team, head to kangacup.com to learn more. The
CDFNL Live.
Three-quarter time here at Red Rock. Swans leading by 25 points, 8:44 to 2:7:19. Quick step from stats, AJ, before
16 free
last
kicks.
quarter
16
starts.
free
Let me
kicks.
finish, AJ.
Sorry. 16 free kicks, Alvie, 14 Irrewarra Beeac, 38 Heats, Levi Dare, 9 Blue Angus on Irrewarra Beeac side of things. Alvie leading stats winner, 22 Lockie Rosevier, and for the Bombers, 23 to Flanagan and Cooper Stevens.
Think quarter around the grounds, Lawn 81 leading Apollo Bay 22. Be great if Birregurra, Western Eagles and Simpson get on the apps and update your scores. Come on, hard.
First final quarter underway thanks to KSC Carlack there. Holt fires out a hand pass to Levi Dare. Wasn't really ready for that hand pass. Comes out to Tyler Flanagan. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Angus over the top. Stacks on the mill this one. Levi Dare. Takes about 3 Bombers to get him down. Ball pins to him and we'll get a ball up, Pete.
Yeah, so I think what we'll see this quarter is Alvie don't lose from here. They'll play the dead side of the ground if Irrewarra look like gaining any momentum at all.
Ball kick towards the half-forward line. Marnie intercepted the footy, and Marnie, in fact, is going to get a free kick against Monaghan. Doesn't look there to me. So, Paddy Marnie will take the kick. Isn't that 50 metres? He gave the ball back to the wrong bloke. Should have been.
But if he's in the protective square, it's a 50 metres.
Okay, fair enough. Comes out to Spence. Spence dropped the footy, took the tackler on. That's nearly a throw. Plans to call. Jacobs just fires out a quick hand pass. Comes out to Parker to Permazel. Just hacks the kick forward, and it might have been just inside the field of play, which it is, and surely we'll get a boundary throw, and I would suspect, which we will on the other side of the ground.
Bit of a messy start for Alvie in defence there. That's the most shaky they've looked all day.
Yeah, it's right. Their back six today have been outstanding.
Yep.
Against a very, very good forward line. I just think Irrewarra back net like another tall up there. Boundary throw in. One down by Angus, Thornton, Flanagan that was, and should say, Stevens. Here's a chance. Marnie gets a hand pass away to Theodore. Sweeping handball to Theodore, just couldn't quite get the bounce to come. Has a flying snap from 35. It's online, but not enough. Through for the first score of this KSC Colac last quarter to the Bombers. And it takes them on to 2-8-20. Margin 24 points. LV 6-8-44. We played nearly 2 minutes in this KSC Colac last quarter, which everyone will be going to tonight for dinner. I would suspect.
Or the East Hotel.
Or the East Hotel.
Maybe you stop at KFC Colac, get some chips, then head to East Hotel. Load up. Roosevelt with the kick-out duties. So 24 points the margin. Can't rule anything out after a couple of weeks ago what happened at Lawn. Roosevelt kicks long, grandstand side. Walker's there for the Bombers, and it's gone out of bounds. And a boundary throwing on the 50 for the Bombers. They need a couple of quick ones to get right back in this ball game and just put a bit of pressure on the Swans here. As Alvie going to lock and load at the top spot as they head towards the July bye. Stevens got the hand pass to Enor. Enor, thumping kick inside the forward 50. Goes to the goal line. Everyone stayed up. Chase Murray was lurking, but it's gone through for a behind. 2-9, 21 Irrewarra Beeac. LV 6-8-44, Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. KFC Colac last quarter. Roosevelt sells the Kennedy around Thornton, and he just thumps the ball out of the defensive 50, but he's kicked it straight to the farm.
Oh, no.
Ready to get milked. That ball. Can you milk a footy? You can milk an almond, can't you?
Thank you, man. You know.
Get almond milk so you can get...
I'm not sure whether you can milk a
Sharon milk? Is that a thing?
Milk.
Sharon milk.
No, just
might be a good brand name.
Oh, no. Milk almonds, you can milk a footy, couldn't you? Ball kicked to centre half forward and finds Bluey Angus. Hand passes to Dexter. Has to get around Marker Rob. Hand pass over top to Swain. Swain has a flying shot for goal and he's missed a lot. It's out of bounds on the full. Almost kicked it over the netball court's nets. And it will be a free kick to the Swans' last line of defence. Score remains 6-8-44, 2-9-21. 23 points the margin. It's KFC Colac. Last quarter.
The previous ball movement from Irrewarra when they brought it back towards the centre of the ground is their best chance of scoring.
Bit more intent though, isn't it?
Yeah, if they let Alvie keep the ball out this side of the ground, it's going to be hard work for them.
Gate 8, wicket wings for $8, Pete. You'll be all over that, that's for sure. Ball kick to the long.
That's 16 for 8 for 16.
Barney kicks inside 50. Here's a Bombers chance for Grist. Got taken high, no free kick. Hand pass on the ground. Stevens applies some good pressure. Ball still in the spirit. Stevens, good handball. Grist, this way, that way. Not sure what to do with it. That was an interesting bit of play. And he's been pinned for a throw.
Yep.
And a free kick will go to the Swans' defence. Just for the first time today, looking a little shaky. Riddell thumps the kick long up towards the wing. Walker there, good mark. No, not paid. Coming through Flanagan, I did brilliantly. Hand pass was well smothered by Micah Robb. I did brilliant well out of the traffic, the young man. Tipping ball was touched off the boot. Marnie went to ground. He might be in trouble. No, good handball to Swain. Swain gets the hand pass away. Well, McRae wasn't really ready for that. Comes out to Spokes. Gets the hand pass to McRae. Back it comes to Terrell. He's a high up and under kick. Lincoln down underneath this one. Everyone just stopped and looked at the sun. Ball still in the dispute. Ball pins to him. Ball's come out. Terrell did really, really well. Hand pass was smothered. We've got a score from Simpson. We'll get that in just a moment. Permas are happy to see it go over. And he's taken McRae over here. Peter, looks like the Imps are doing a number on the Tigers.
Yeah, they've got the jump on at the moment. 11 goals, 16 to 5 goals, 2 at three-quarter time.
What's that, Pete?
11-2.
No, what's the score?
11-2 is 66 plus 16 is 76,
Come back to
82.
it. Stevens,
82.
beautiful pick up Marnie.
32,
Theodore
50
has a
points.
flying snap to the full forward zone. Grist underneath this one. Parker did really well, couldn't mark it. Thornton breaks the tackle. Hand pass to Grist, deep in the pocket. To Murray, they need a goal. Did they get a goal? They do! Chase Murray kicks a goal. Just makes things a little bit more interesting. Goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
They're attacking the game in this last quarter, the Bombers. They haven't looked like it for a little while. Margin back to 17 points. Bombers 3-9-27. Alvie 6-8-44. 6 minutes gone in this KFC Carlick last quarter. You get 8 wicket wings for $8. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard, Pete.
If you're Peter Hickey, it's 80 for $80. My head hurts after you doing that maths then, Pete.
Yeah, sorry, so does mine.
Sit down.
You give me a bit of a warning, it'd be good. No, I think Irrewarra, they've got nothing to leave on the table here at the moment. They may as well attack, and if they're going to go down for 5 goals. Or
if they can get another one, they're right back in this one. Right. Flanagan trying to gather the football in the middle. Riddell's there as well for the Swans. Trying to gather it again. This way, that way was Rob. Hand pass was smothered. Cooper Stevens there. Bit of up and about this last quarter now. Both sides getting stuck into each other. Felikos and Jackson Richardson exchanging insurance details there.
Lawn 81, followed by 22, think water around the grounds.
Umpire throws it back into play. Dare wins the tap out. Flanagan tackled, but he got the hand pass out. Comes out to Caden Flanagan. He gets the hand pass out as well. Trying to keep it in the boundary line. It'll be another boundary throwing on centre win. We've gone 7 minutes, so
this game's heating up a bit here, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
Levi will play in the ruck while this game is still alive, Pete.
Yes.
So boundary throwing right in front of the bar here at Red Rock, where he gets very rowdy about this time of afternoon in this proceedings. Comes out the link there. He's tackled.
They've got the fire going. It'll be a nice day for a fire today.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the fire out. The sun is glorious, isn't it?
The Jeremy Cameron bonfire, Max.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's got the 1960s car in the paddock there with the calves.
Comes out to Theodore, and there'll be another ball up here. Sunbathed Red Rock reserve here. Alvie by 17 points in this last quarter. 8 minutes gone. Dare wins the tap out. Comes out to Riddell. Hand pass to Lockie Mulder. He's tackled. He's going to be pinholding the footy. Or throwing the footy, says the umpire. Doesn't matter. Free kick to the Bombers.
They're coming, no. They are coming.
Chance in now for Stevens on centre wing. He's going to do the old switcheroo. Looking for Jackson. Flew high was Roosevelt. Jackson got the hand pass out, but now it's smothered. Went back in. And it'll be a ball up, 55 out from the Bombers' goal.
Don't you love the way Lockie Roosevelt takes the game on? He attempted to outmark the forward on that occasion, didn't he?
No fist there, but Dare punches it forward. Here's Rob. Hand pass was smothered. Chance to get by Parker. Went straight to Marnie. Marnie got it over the top to Caden Flanagan. Flanagan goes back and kicks a goal.
Here we go.
Game on here. Game on. It's a goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
The former Swan, Caden Flanagan, kicks a big goal. The Bombers have got 4. Margins 11 points. 4-9-33. Irrewarra Beeac. Alvie 6-8-44. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 9 minutes gone on the Richardson Real Estate time clock. KFC Colac. Final quarter here on Mix FM.
Similar start by Irrewarra to Alvie start to the third quarter. A couple of quick goals early. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue it on. I see Lincoln Dare is headed to the back line. He's playing across half-back by the look of things.
Yeah, they do that. Both the Dare boys, such a weapon, Pete, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
The Bombers are coming now. The Large are back to 11 points after the Alvie looked to control a few minutes ago. Mulder's immediately wrapped up. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up. Next goal here, and this crowd will really come alive if the Bombers get it. Dare wins as a forward to Marcy. Through traffic, hand pass to Dela Cruz. Backwards handball to Link Dare. They're going backwards here. The kick is a bit of a wonky one, but it all fell over. And lucky for Kurt Spence, he took the mark because Anel, as I said, fell over. So Spence spears the ball inside 50. Rob's ball off hands. Rob has to pick up the ball. Dispossessed of it, Swain. Rob over the top of the footy. That ball is not coming out. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up for the rare inside 50 they've had in this last quarter here, Alvie. We played 10 minutes. I reckon for the first time today, Alvie's starting to look a little bit nervy. Riddell, he ducked the head. Tackled there by Theodore was a good one. Ball pins to him. We'll get a ball up. Theodore last to get off the ground. Marnie picks him up. Ball up again. Angus got in front, won the tap. Murray, DeMasi, Dexter. Kick was partly smothered. Kurt Spence read it well. Sold a bit of candy. Might have been touched off the boot, I reckon. Ball the hands of McDonald. Dom there like a speed train. Bursts away out. Has a shot for goal on the left. And I think they might have scraped through for a behind, which it has. So margin 2 straight kicks in the favour of Alvie. 6-9-45 to 4-9-33. Still plenty of time. 11 minutes gone last quarter thanks to KFC Colac.
Thump and kick out of defence from Irrewarra. Beeac finds a target to Hyla Flanagan. Once in a generation player. He sends the ball inside the forward half. It wasn't a great kick though. Enel couldn't take the mark. Good chance here for the Swans. Permazel couldn't take it with him. Then on ground level, ball just stops. Everyone jumps over it and then jump on top of it. Ball up on centre wing. So 2 straight kicks to difference here. 6-9 to 4-9 between the Swans and the Bombers. The Swans holding on at the moment. Dare just grabs it out of the ruck, just slams the ball about 25 metres out. Patch. Fuekos wanted that footy a bit more, and he's going to be pinned.
Come on, Umpy.
Put that whistle in the bin and walk off. Come on.
Gee,
in the
man
spirit
making
of the
play.
game, that he's not holding the footy.
He was the only one going for the ball, and he had no real opportunity, so I don't know what else.
Tried to create the play.
Decision.
So Richardson now at half-back for Irrewarra. Beeac sends the ball to centre-half forward. Bluey couldn't take the mark for the Bombers. Thornton trying to gather the football. Rosevier, he got hit in the ribs there. Rosevier is down. Very winded. Ball's inside the forward 50 of the Bombers. It's going to be rushed through for a behind by Sam Parker, and Rosevier's still down. Just slowly getting up now. So the Bombers, 4 goals, 10-34, 6-9-45 Alvie. It is an 11-point margin in this KFC Colac last quarter. The Swans have got it in the right back pocket.
Yeah, I reckon there was just accidental contact, I reckon. Yeah, both slayers going for the footy, so...
Yeah, no, it was just all hold hard, contested game. It's been that sort of game so far this afternoon. So Parker out of defence.
Ooh.
Kicks down the line. Hickey Thornton almost took a big mark. On ground level, Caden Flanagan is there. Comes out over the top to Jacobs. Got it to Liam Mulder. Hand pass. Went to Levi there. Hand pass was smothered. Here's a chance now for Stevens. Got it over the top to Swain.
Oh, that's a throw.
Hand pass, yeah. That was a rugby throw backwards, and then he tried to punch it as he threw it.
That was a weird handball.
Free kick goes the way to the Swans.
Yeah, Rosevier still a bit of discomfort behind play. Rob chips short, finds Patch. Alvie desperately hanging on at the moment here. Oh, that's a risky ball. Well done, Flanagan punches it out of play. We get a boundary throw in. That ball just held up a lot longer in the breeze. We'll get a boundary throw, and gee, Rosevier's still in a bit of discomfort there.
Yeah, I think it's his hip, is it?
Looks like your hip flexor, yeah. They're not easy to get rid of either.
No.
He's had a fantastic game this afternoon. Ball thrown back into play. Dare in front. Angus won the tap down, straight down the throat of Dela Cruz. Howland passes out to Levi Dare. He's got time and space on centre wing. Kicks up towards centre half forward. Dexter and DeMasi do battle now the free kick. I thought 50 cents each way. And it's going to go to the Bombers. I didn't think there was much in that. I thought it was just a good contest.
Yeah.
And a free kick will go to Dexter.
When that happens, you just let him go.
Yeah.
Just let him go. Unless it's an obvious free kick, then blow your whistle. Come on.
Yeah, goes short. Terrell, I like his game. Goes out wide to Murray. He's been very good. Gooch Murray this afternoon, playing everywhere. Played a little bit in the back line the second quarter, kept a minute. Good kick to Grist. He marks it. Jackson's gone deep. So Grist is going to launch it inside 50. 3-on-1 here should favour Alvie. Through the hands of Parker. Coming through that time there was Dare. Wrapped up Parker. Running through a bit of traffic. Great smother Thornton. And gets a boundary thrown out of it. Good opportunity here for the Bombers here to put this game into another gear.
Yeah, good effort there from Thornton to smother that ball and lock the ball inside Irrewarra's Beeac's 50 at the moment.
I reckon there's at least 10 minutes to go, I reckon, in this game. It's still on the knife edge at the moment here. Boundary throw, and Angus wins the tap down. Ball bouncing towards the boundary in front of Grist. And Rosevier will get another boundary throw. McRae back on. Those, like I said, all afternoon, those interchange benches, boys, have done a good working over.
Musical chairs, Drewy.
At least we don't have an interchange cap in the AFL, that's for sure.
Boundary throwing deep inside the Bombers forward 50. Angus up against there. Angus wins the tap out. Comes out to Marnie. Looking for Flanagan. Couldn't go to the football. He gets it now. He's tackled into the ground. And it's going to be a ball up. Left forward pocket for the Bombers. Still inside their forward 50. 11 points the margin. Alvie leading, but the Bombers have kicked the last 2 goals of this ball game. Or 3 goals, sorry. Angus won the tap out. Still a chance now. Kick was smothered against Murray. Here's Parker. And he's tackled. It'll be another ball up. We've gone 15, almost 16 minutes in this last quarter. You reckon maybe 7 or 8 to go.
Their quarters have gone about 24 minutes all day, so...
Here's Richardson. He's tackled. The Swans are just hanging on at the moment. The defensive structures just stopping them, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really under pressure at the moment. They just don't look like they can clear the ball out of the Irrewarra Beeac 50.
A-grade netball's still going on in the background there, I can see. So they're late finish there as Dare wins the tap out. Chance in now for Felikos. Tyler Flanagan. And it's just another stoppage there.
So Alvie's doing the right thing, though, Pete. They're trying to lock the ball in.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're trying to save the game, while the Bombers trying to win the game.
Boswell Parker would be wrapped playing the dead side. Alvie done it in the 70s forever. You could never score that side of the ground.
Dare punched the ball about 15
Free
metres.
kick.
It's going to be a free kick, goes the way of the Bombers. What's the free kick count this quarter, AJ?
5-2 in favour of the Bombers.
Richardson sends the ball inside the 450. Roosevelt couldn't take the mark.
Oh, got him.
Chance now for the Bombers, still in the left forward pocket there. Jacobs is there. There's a shot for goal.
It's a goal.
It's a
It's a
shot for
goal.
goal. Who kicked it?
Tyler Flanagan, I think.
Flanagan from absolutely nowhere. The once-in-a-generation player puts the margin of 5 points. Goal of the day contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Hold my hat. Oh, beating. I'm wearing a beating today. 5 points the margin. 5-10, 40 Irrewarra Beeac. LV 6-9, 45. KFC Colic last quarter. We've gone 17 and a half.
I think Alvie got to change tact here. I think they're going to need a goal to hold on. If they don't attempt to score, I'm not sure they can hold Irrewarra
kick
out.
that goal, Pete? There's some ripper goals today, haven't they?
That's right.
Absolutely from the back pocket.
Back in the middle near here, the Bombers have all of a sudden, it's the closest it's been for a long time this afternoon. Ball's not coming out at all. Dexter gets a hair pass away to Stevens. Here they go again. Goes inside 50. Where's the contest there? Gris slipped over. Mulder getting back there. Run himself. Here's Thornton. Runs an open goal. And can you believe it? The Bombers are in front! From nowhere! Goal of the day contender!
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Can you believe it? Irrewarra Beeac have hit the front for the first time today. 6-10-46 with Thornton's second goal. Alvie have stopped. 6-9-45. We played 18 minutes last quarter. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard, and Cooper Stevens out in the middle. Pete was big.
They've really taken control in that centre square in this last quarter. And unfortunately there for Mulder, I'm not sure whether he might have called his name, but he's handballed it to the wrong player, hasn't he?
18 and a half gone. This has been a finger-licking good last quarter.
What a corker, Drew.
Shades of 2 weeks ago. But it's in the reverse for Alvie. Back in the middle, Angus. He tried to climb Levi Dare. He thought he was a ladder, so Levi Dare's going to win the free kick here.
Speaking of ladders, a live ladder, Imps are on top.
So Levi Dare in the middle of the ground. Take a breath. Goes back. Bangs it. It's a high one. Kicks the centre half forward. Dexter, big class harvest centre mark of the day as we're about to enter into time on in this last quarter. Dexter now. They need to just take a bit of a breather here, the Bombers. Ball kicked. Looking for a teammate, and Walker takes a good mark. So Riley Walker on centre wing right in front of their interchange box. Sends the ball to centre half forward for Irrewarra. Angus takes a big mark at centre half forward. What can the old man do? He puts it inside the forward.
He's got it.
Jackson! He couldn't take the mark. He had it in his hands. Spokes tried to run through the passage. Couldn't take it with him. Big pack around this one. It'll be a ball up on the 50.
The ball's at the right end now for the Bombers, though. Kicking with the breeze in this last quarter when a lot of the goals have been scored at that end. And they have absolutely gave Alvie's midfield an absolute bath in this last quarter.
20 minutes gone last quarter here. Here's a chance for Jackson. He's tackled in the ground. Umpire said play on. Stacks on this one, and it'll be a ball up.
20 minutes gone, boys.
55 metres out from the Bombers' goal. They lead by a point. They had 2 goals on the board. at three-quarter time.
And they've kicked 4 in about 10 minutes.
Dare punches it forward. Ball's kicked high. De La Cruz flew high. So was Jacobs. He was there. He's tackled by Dexter. And now the Bombers have to save the game.
That's right.
It's gone into reverse mode. So on centre win.
It's hard for Alvie to get the ball forward, though, isn't it? I don't think they've been inside their 50 in the last quarter.
I think once or twice.
Yeah.
Umpire throws it back up. Dare and Angus. Gee, that has been a great battle. Spokes, fresh-aired. Comes out to Theodore. Thumping kick to centre half forward. Beats Jackson. Rolls inside the forward 50. Chris picks it up. He snaps around the body. He kicks to the top of the goal square. Ball's going to roll towards the right forward pocket. Chancey for Jacobs. Jacobs, though. Ball keeps it alive. Snap around the body from the Bombers. Rolling. He's going to go through for a behind. No, it's still in play. Murray's there. Big tackle in the right forward pocket. It's gone out of bounds, I think. Boundary throwing. So a boundary throwing right inside the forward 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. They lead by a behind.
They had the numbers loose there. They should have made a better effort than that. They should have scored out of that play.
Boundary throwing. Angus comes off hands to Tyler Flanagan. Thornton for a ball!
Give him the HHL.
The ball. Thornton has been the game winner for the Bombers. He's got his third goal with a contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
And Irrewarra Beeac lead by 7 points. They've kicked 5 goals to nothing in this last quarter. 7-10-52. Alvie 6-9-45. We've gone 22 minutes in this KFC Colac last quarter. Oh,
this is an unbelievable turnaround.
Where has this come from, Pete?
Well, they've taken control in the centre square. That's where it's come from, and Alvie haven't been able to clear the centre square.
Three-quarter time, Drew. They still had belief. They still had hope.
Yes, that's right.
Wow. Where has this come from? Something like a carton copy to last year's preliminary final when Irrewarra Beeac put down the Jets in the last quarter and made the granny. Alvie led by as much as 4 goals at three-quarter time. And it's been an avalanche. They've kicked 5 goals to zip in the last quarter and are on the cusp of a famous win. Here they go again through Enor. Enor's kicked up all the centre half forward. Holding going on there, Thornton. Can he do it again? Oh, he slipped over the crucial time. Parker slips up. Great tackle there. Just break the tackle, and he's going to kick it at home. Oh, he's want to deliver it. Are they going to pay it?
It's out in the full.
Oh, it's out in the full. Okay, so free kick will go to Tommy Swain. He'll put this into it. He's going to go short to Tyler Flanagan. Marks 50 metres out. Sort of from he kicked from that distance in the prelim.
He's going to take his 30 seconds.
And he'll go back and wind up. Man on the marks on the 50. They have come from the clouds. Irrewarra Beeac. Tyler Flanagan. 55 metres out. Puts it on its way. It's high. Is it just going to fall short? I think it's beaten everybody. And it's gone through for a behind. So the margin now, 8 points. In the Bombers' favour, there's 7-11-53. Alvie 6-9-45, 23.5 minutes gone. There can't be long left in this last quarter.
Lockie Roosevelt. That was a shake off the boot. Oh, Lockie Roosevelt tried to kick the skin off the Sharon, and guess who's got it?
Mitch
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mitch Thornton.
It's give him the East Hotel.
He's kicked 3 absolute ripper goals, and he's about to ice the game for Irrewarra Beeac in a famous comeback victory. 24 minutes gone, and the ball's with the number 24, Mitch Thornton. Yeah, just absolutely mossed him here.
Only 30 metres out.
Oh, Thornton comes in for goal number 4 and an Irrewarra Beeac victory. He snuck it through, and the Bombers are going to win this game. What a victory. 8 goals, 11.59 on the Greg Allen Foul Machinery scoreboard. Alvie 6-9-45. They're going for percentage now.
Yeah.
6 goals to nothing in this last quarter. What a remarkable term.
Unbelievable. In conditions like this at Alvie, with a lead like that, Alvie don't lose those games. And Irrewarra have come from nowhere, and this is a fantastic win for them.
Crowd's going nuts. I feel like this is an Irrewarra Beeac. Yeah.
Oh, they're going on.
Irrewarra Beeac game.
He's nuts. Drew, this is nuts.
And they're all leaving Alvie. They're in the cars leaving.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they've cracked it, Pete. They're going to milk. Trisha's already left too.
Here they go again here. Tyler Flanagan kicks the ball forward and hope. Up towards the half-forward line. Jacobs been fumbling. Bitch Thornton, he smells it. He wants a $60 voucher. Goal piece to him. We'll get a ball up.
How many palmers would that get you, Drew?
Earlier in the year, it was a comprehensive. It was 12-9 to 6-9. It was a margin of 36 points in favour of Alvie, and this has been some turnaround. Angus, Rob, hacks the kick forward as far as he can. McMullen's underneath this one, and he's taken the mark on centre wing. No, it's touched off the boot. Ball still in the spirit again. Dexter, all out of play. We'll get a boundary throw in. They can't be long left. This has been some performance in this last 20 minutes of football. It was similar, like I said, to a Carlton copy to last year's preliminary final. Ball thrown up there, wins the tap. Richardson linked there over the top of it. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up. And free kick been picked out.
What's the free kick count this quarter, AJ?
6-3 in favour of Irrewarra Beeac.
Jackson Richardson's going to take the free kick. And he's going to take as much time as he likes. 26 minutes gone. There can't be long left here. Richardson humps the kick forward up towards the half-forward line. They're coming through with a massive fist was Liam Mulder. And it's going to be a boundary throw. And Irrewarra Beeac, they were gone at three-quarter time. They're on the ropes. They were down for an 8 count.
They're absolutely gone.
Who has celebrating at the moment is Carl Winch giving his Colac Imperials. They're going to be on top tonight.
Going to be on top of the ladder at the end of the round. Murray hacks the kick forward. Jackson, yes! Jackson marks 15 metres out directly in front. And this for the exclamation point.
I told you, they're going for percentage now, the Bombers.
Yeah, so that Alvie defence has looked so sound all first three quarters, and, they've looked shaky in this last quarter, but...
Tom Jackson.
They just got on top of the midfield and they just gone whooshka.
Kick 2 behind this afternoon, Tommy Jackson. And this to put the margin to 20 points. And there it is. As Tom Jackson comes in directly in front. Doesn't matter. Comes in and he kicks it behind, but it doesn't matter. Irrewarra Beeac have come from the clouds and have scored a famous victory. They were dead and buried at three-quarter time and have defeated Alvie by 15 points, 8-12-60 to 6-9-45, as this season goes into the bye. And top spot now is up for grabs in 2023. Pete, what a victory by the Bombers.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable last quarter from Irrewarra Beeac. As I said, Alvie in these conditions at home, they don't lose when they're 4 goals in front at three-quarter time. They usually shut the game down and put the opposition away. But Irrewarra just relentless in their attack, kept the ball in their forward 50 nearly the entire fourth quarter. And the Alvie defence wasn't able to hold them out. They held them out for a long time, but once the damn wall broke, it broke big time, didn't it?
Yeah, they were home. They were absolutely home.
Yep.
Yeah, they led by
2 goals. They had 2 goals at three-quarter time.
Yes. They kicked 6 goals, 5 in the last quarter. That in itself is a phenomenal effort. You got to hand it to them. Like, it was a great performance. It was an amazing effort for a side that it was 36 points they got beaten by in round 4. And that is a fair turnaround. And now this season is now wide as anything you can ever be. It's wide open now.
Yep.
It's absolutely wide open. 8-12-60 to 6-9-45. Irrewarra Beeac have got them in the group, and this is a win. Look, a lot similar to the Colac Imperials, as a matter of fact. Irrewarra Beeac, that win today has now really set up their season now to result on the premiership, trying to go one better in 2023. We'll take a break here on CDFNL Live. Up next, we've got the East Type post-game show, player of the day, plus footy netball scoreboard stats. We'll try and get the player of the day as we can. The Bombers have come from the clouds. They were trailed by as much as 4 goals at three-quarter time and have stormed to a famous 15-point win over Alvie. Back with more after the break.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live. Weekday mornings from 6, it's Mix Brekkie.
Something that listeners might not know, Leah and I are actually housemates as well, and we live together. You came home the other
Well, of course you would be.
Yes.
Unless you're a different type of housemate.
Just doing the maths, it does add up.
Mix Brekkie for McDonald's Colac and Snap Fitness Colac. Mix FM.
Don't surrender to winter. Install warmth and comfort. When you install Middleton's heating, come home to a Middleton's home, keeping your family comfortable. The Mix FM Business of the Month.
Oh, you're gardening now? How am I supposed to work? Oh, shut up! Wait, KFC are doing 8 wicked wings for just $8 online. Shut up and take my money!
Not everywhere an offer ever. Order online and pick up only.
Welcome. Please take a number, and we will be with you shortly.
Sick of being told to wait in line? At Stevcom, they come to you. Whether it's CCTV, security and access control, and network security, Telstra Business or phone systems.
The East Hotel is looking for casual front-of-house staff. Work short evening shifts or lunches in a friendly environment, delivering service to all patrons. Plus a meal is provided on shift. To apply, chat to manager Ashley or email easthotelcolac@hotmail.com.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2- or 4-wheel independent suspension, together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality built and made in the USA. They also carry a range of belts and blades for other mower brands and stock a large range of 4-ply and 6-ply ATV and side-by-side tyres. Mark Benton Farm Machinery, 580 Sunday